not talking to these sons of bitches about nothing, because I ain't do nothing. And if they keep on trying to act like they gonna come in here and get me, then I'll let that alligator loose and see what they do about that.
You don't have an alligator.
Yes, he do.
He do got alligator. That's the alligator man.
I'm sure it ain't lying to you. I'm the alligator man, okay? So now, just leave me alone. Won't be no gator, all right?
We'll shoot your goddamn alligator.
Well, do it. I wanna see it.
Yo. Wipe off your dirty ass Timbs and say hi to my mama when you step in my dojo, my nigga. My ninja. This is the Three Ninjas podcast. I go by the name of Domino, so we're gonna try some AKAs this week, right?
Yeah, I got trees.
So I go by the name of Domino, aka Full Metal Smack a Bitch, aka Go Blastoise, use Vine Whip, aka Ninja Scroll and Chill, aka R2D2 Chains.
Watch out, little bitch. 2 chains.
And I'm joined by
Hash John, aka the Black Bear of Bridgeport, aka the Bald Big Worm.
You smoking my shit?
AKA your baby mama's real baby daddy. That's right, raise my kids, dog. That's all I got.
And we also joined by Rob Lanes.
That ain't funny, man. I go by the name of Bobby Energy, aka Imprada Bob, aka Mr. Level Up. That's it.
Rob Lanes, editor according to Mr. Pete Rock.
Pete Rock.
Yo, you got chill. That's a whole legend out here.
He an old head.
Yeah, chill. I'm blipping all that out. Pete Rock, we would love you to come on the show. Yeah, anytime you want to come on the show, call in. Appreciate it. But how y'all ninjas doing?
All right.
Good.
What's going on? Should we continue what we was talking about before we were not rudely interrupted by a guest, but we were interrupted by a legend? We were just talking about ourselves, and this nigga just called.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Did y'all listen back to the episode at all?
I did, but I forgot about that part because it's like 2 weeks ago, and I drink a lot, so my brain don't work the way it needs to.
I hear that.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, we can continue with that, or we can just get straight into these topics and see what's going on.
I don't know. Bobby gonna go because I don't think Bobby actually had a chance to say anything.
I don't remember anything.
Let's talk about last episode, shall we?
We can do that real quick.
So if you're new to this podcast, we had a legend call in, Larry Kinney, aka the voice of Lionel, called in. Spoke with us for about a half hour or so. Great convo. Check that episode out if you can. I don't know if it work on iTunes because Hesh ain't fix it yet.
I did, but they're wild and they didn't fix it. I resubmitted it.
You didn't fix it?
No, I fixed it. I changed the thing. I resubmitted, but they never got back. So I even tried submitting on a different email, and they still ain't put it through. So I don't know what to do. And they don't say, "Hey, dog, this ain't working," because they just be like, "Yo,
it's whatever.
You gotta wait." Yeah, so I don't know.
All right, cool.
Yeah, but so I tried.
Yeah, so last episode we talked to Larry Kinney. We talked about Black Panther and a whole bunch of other things. But unbeknownst to me and Hesh, right? See, Bobby,
You just gonna put me on the spot like that?
yeah.
See, if you happen to hear Bobby reiterate a couple things, he's a little swayzy. You know what I mean? I don't know what got the best one, but he was mixing 3 different types of alcohols, and by the end of the thing, he was a little out of there. He was a little
gone.
Little space goes coast to coast. He was out of there.
True story.
You all right? You all right?
I might. Just fruits and berries.
Just
fruits and berries.
Today's just juices.
Everything cool now?
I'm good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody that listened to the last episode. I think that shit's at like 100 and something listens.
Like 60 around there.
Something. I don't know.
160. It's like 130.
Oh, that's surprising.
Even though y'all don't promote it at all.
I do.
You
can't say I
Mad
don't.
times you're wilding.
Where?
Facebook, Instagram.
I don't be on Facebook.
See,
Exactly.
Facebook,
I'll be on Instagram.
Twitter.
To whiter.
Oh yeah, we do have an Instagram now. I mean, a Twitter now is 3 Ninjas Pod.
Yeah.
We don't have an Instagram because Hesh don't listen. Yeah. Yeah, you was supposed to take care of that, B.
I'm supposed to do the Instagram too?
Yeah, I asked you to.
I thought you said just the Twitters.
I said to change the other one that you don't use. That's no more. Change that to the joint so we can have a Instagram
I know you niggas
too.
mad at you, man.
I could do that.
Yo, your boy good? He had some surgery or something.
Yeah,
I saw.
he. I mean, I don't want.
Nah, don't put his business.
Like he good.
All right.
He good. Well, theoretically, we'll find out. Like, that's just part of it. He just got something in there to monitor his heart, but
He ain't roll to be a house like Stewie Griffin.
nah.
We podcast, Hash.
Yeah,
we podcast.
Nah, he ain't trying to kill me yet.
The bitch still got the lights on.
Nah, he ain't trying to assassinate me quite just yet. I haven't seen him since, so I have not seen him. It's been a while, so I don't know. We'll see what happens if we see him face to face. You know what I mean?
Sound like me and X. I
might not.
ain't see X since he left.
Oh, word.
I don't really
What
care.
happened with that? Like, he just was just like, dog deuces?
Everybody ain't for the culture, man.
When you say stuff like that.
Everybody don't want to work, man. Everybody ain't down for the cause, man. I don't know what to tell people. I just know what I want to do, what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
Everybody else ain't on that same accord. Kick rocks.
Well,
I
he
don't
do
know.
got like 78 kids. It's not his fault.
Yeah, it is his fault. Yeah. It's always everybody
Because
else.
pull out game week, that's not.
Yeah.
Nah, but.
Pull out kick this nigga. Three Ninjas Podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't have said that.
I don't really care.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
don't really care no more.
Uh,
So let's just get into these topics right now. So what y'all want to start with? Y'all want to start with the Full Metal? Y'all want to start with something blickety black? What y'all want to start with?
Full Metal.
Full Metal.
Yeah, let's
you
get
want to
that.
get it out of
Yeah,
the way?
Get that shit out.
Let's get Full Metal out the way. So it's a Netflix movie, poorly done movie. Full Metal Alchemist. They made the anime into like a 2-hour featurette live action joint.
Yeah.
So what's y'all opinion on the movie? First off,
You want to go first, Ashley, or you want me to take it?
go
Nah,
ahead.
You
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, you go loud.
All right, let me be honest.
You look like it's so hurt.
I didn't even last 20 minutes. I'm gonna tell you
Oh, you
why.
said-
I'm gonna tell you why.
Nick, pause.
'Cause I'm looking at this shit, right? All right, and the problem with doing with things like this is that sometimes you can't follow the anime exact when it comes to movies. It follows the anime so much like it that I kind of felt like, you ever watch Beauty and the Beast?
Mm.
I seen that shit, and it's the exact same thing as the cartoon. So I was just thinking, like, I'd rather watch the fucking anime. I don't want to watch this shit. Like, the suits in it look like some cosplay shit. It looked like some Indiegogo GoFundMe.
Yo,
Let me do this shit on YouTube right
wig
quick.
budget. The wig budget.
It was fire.
The wigs was
What the
dash.
wigs is lit, dog?
Did you see Ed wig?
Yeah, dog is lit.
Did you see Lust wig?
Yeah, dog.
They was not.
lit.
It was dry. They looked like some straight up
Yo,
cosplay wigs. Them wigs was
The
trash.
wigs was better than what they did to them two little boys at the beginning with that bullshit. With that hyped up dye job they did. Like, they
Yeah,
blonde head
man.
with all the blackness still in their hair. I'm like, come on, dog.
Yo, they rushed through. Man, they rushed through at least 3 seasons in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yo. Like Mom Died, Metal Arm, Alchemy, Lust, Kill Hughes, all that stuff. It's just. I don't know.
That's my biggest issue. Well, there's lots of.
I kind of
There's
wish they
a lot-
whitewashed. I kind of wish they whitewashed it. I kind of, in a way, I kind of
Well,
wish they
see,
whitewashed.
I mean,
And that's the funny thing is they it's not even whitewashing because the actual characters are European.
yeah.
Like the way it's drawn, they are Europe. That's Edward Erlich and Alphonse. They're actually like European. That's like they're supposed to be.
Mm.
So it wouldn't even be whitewashing, just be casting appropriately. But
I know, but
the problem. This is the problem with doing movies off of like animated shows. You don't get to spend all the time with the characters the same way, so the stuff that happens doesn't have the same impact.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same
So
impact.
like when Hughes died in the anime, like if you felt it,
Because he was there for like mad
man long, and
episodes.
you're actually spending time with him and his family and his little daughter. Like, and that didn't happen.
Mm.
And then even the stuff with Mustang at the end when he was fighting Lust, they, like in the animated, that was like a real big thing when he messed Lust up like that. And this was just like, I guess, like when he was getting Lust, it was like all he was like, and then he didn't even have the gloves on. He carved the symbol in his hand.
Yeah.
He was like, it was like he was out here like trying to get her. And then this is just like, oh yeah, you're dead now. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man. This should have been a series. I would have liked a couple episodes, but I think for the people that just find us on Netflix, it'll probably make them more interested in watching the anime, seeing what the hell is going on. Like, hey, this anime is way better than what this movie portrayed.
Yes.
I think it'll garner some type of, hey, what is that? I want to see more of that.
hopefully,
But
definitely watch Brotherhood.
Yeah, definitely. But my whole gripe with the thing was, it was just like the graphics were okay.
Yeah, that was right.
Alphonse in the suit looked cool.
Yeah, it looked alright.
And then all the transmutations and all the the.
I didn't like the effect they used though.
Me neither. Yeah, I ain't
just
really
weird,
like.
you know what was better than that?
What you about to say?
Wow.
About to say
Not no
some
blasphemy.
Some bull.
No. You ever seen that? There was these people on YouTube who took in a GoFundMe to make a Dragon Ball Z live film. You seen it? It's like 4 episodes.
Nah, I haven't.
Yeah, that shit looks better than that.
Yeah.
That shit is lit, man.
I seen a couple. I seen a one where it was Hulk versus Superman. It took somebody like 4 years to make. That should look dope.
Oh, word.
I didn't see that.
I saw some with Mortal Kombat. It had Michael Jai White in it.
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They were trying to use that web series as a
as like a
springboard to try to get the
There you
movies
go.
back. Like,
White hash here.
but
I was thinking of that.
I don't think it quite work because that
Nah,
came
it
out
didn't.
quite
They
a
need a
long time
Netflix
ago.
series. Mortal Kombat need a Netflix.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
cool.
too long. Everybody has their origin story. That should be better as a Netflix series. Gory as fuck. I'd watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, the movie was. So I don't think I probably hate the movie as much as Bobby did.
Well,
So I made it through the whole film.
Nah, fuck Show Tucker.
Yo,
Fuck Show Tucker.
yo, let Tucker live.
No,
Nina didn't need to grow up. And
dog, yo.
She,
When I synced to that, like I remember watching Full Metal maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Into the shit, watching the shit, whatever.
oh yeah,
Then go visit not Hughes, Tucker. Talking about, oh, my wife, she disappeared 2 years ago. I be doing these, transmutation. I got some what's
Chimeras
chimeras to talk, then it died or whatever.
said, kill me now.
Ed go on a trip, come back, and you see this new one. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You got this dog with mad hair, like that could just talk. Say Edward. Edward. Dog.
Come play with me.
Yo, dog, when I found out that was the little girl, not even gonna lie, I got mad emo. Like, I ain't want to cry, but came out. I was like, nah, I gotta turn this off. I was like, I'm not with this shit. I was like my jaw dropped. I was like, yo, Asians is fucked up.
But even in the movie, it doesn't. To me, it didn't even like hurt as bad as like.
It didn't hit. But when I saw the little girl, I was like, damn it, that's Nina. I was like, I know what's gonna happen.
You know.
No, they didn't turn into the dog, did they?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did it. They did it.
They
But it
combined
doesn't-
Alexander and Nina and
They
made Nina Xander.
How she look? How she
Exactly.
look? Fucked up.
No, it was actually not that bad.
Nah, it
Okay,
was.
alright.
It looked kind
The
of like the
CGI was
anime.
pretty good,
The
yeah.
CGI was
And when
pretty
she was
good.
like licking his hand, like the tongue actually looked real like a real
But
dog thing.
it was just the fact that I know what happens to this
Yeah.
little girl.
That's creepy as fuck.
Well, that's the whole point.
What you want for 4 Minute Alchemy
Yeah, but I'm
show?
just saying. Now that I think about it, because when you watch it in an anime, you don't really pay it no mind. But seeing that shit on live screen, like, yo, you really
You really murked your
did that
daughter.
to-
And
Really
then
murked your own baby?
when Edward tried to bring his mother back, and then the thing that came out that was
Yeah.
supposed to be his mother
Yeah.
but wasn't his mom, it's like, dog, how would you feel seeing that and then reliving that nightmare over and over again?
Yeah.
And how would you feel being Alphonse? You can't sleep, you can't eat, you just stuck in a suit. You just a hollow ass suit.
just living.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't it's not something I'm gonna watch again because I know what the anime is, but if you're a
Yeah.
first time watcher, I would say go watch the anime. It might spark something in you to go watch this.
Yeah, if you're curious at all about Fullmetal Alchemist, I recommend the anime over this.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't even just made by Netflix. This was like the released in Japan as like an actual film.
movie, yeah.
And we just got it on Netflix now in America. But
Mm.
I did discover my new favorite thing in the world that I'm gonna do with all movies now that are apparently on Netflix.
What?
Because I was trying to change because I didn't know if they had like English voices for it.
Mm.
But I guess one of the things is they have English descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
And it just tells you everything that's happening on the screen. It was my new favorite thing. Like I was watching, so like I did it. I quick play, and it was like the WB logo turns to be WB with white clouds behind it, and then it's like then it's a train in the distance rolling in, and there's a woman folding sheets. In front of it. It just literally tells you what's happening on screen. I was like, I'm watching every movie like this now.
Yo, they gotta have it narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Oh my god! I was just like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I was just like.
Alphonse.
Exactly. I don't even think they're going to use their name. Like it's not even like he's going to be like person on the screen, puts hands together and then touches floor. Like it's like stuff like that. It's not even like just not even. I was like, yeah, this is my new favorite.
Yo,
like,
I might have to do
way
that.
to watch movies. If I can do it for more movies, I'm doing it.
Yeah, because I'm not watching that again, so I might have to turn that little SAP on and see what happens.
I was just like, this was like an accident. I was just like, yeah, this is dumb, but I like it. Because it was just funny. I wasn't expecting it.
And
So
then
it's like-
they skipped a lot of things too.
yeah,
like,
I mean, they didn't have Scar in there.
Yeah. They didn't say
didn't-
nothing
no
about the
Scar?
Philosopher's Stone. Like, do you know it takes 1 million souls to make a Philosopher's Stone? They ain't mentioned none of it. They were just
Making
showing
them,
them. They were just
yeah,
making
like,
them
giving
like,
them.
yo. Like, they were just bringing people in this circle, killing like 10 of them. And like,
Like, oh,
stone. Like, nah. Yo, that's why it was a war. It was
Yeah.
like they killed 1 million people to
Didn't
make
even,
one
like-
stone.
And they didn't even like set up, even though obviously the way it ended, there's more story to have, but they didn't even like set up the fact of where the homunculi even really came from and all like
Yeah.
that. So they just there, they just exist,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even have like none of that, like because you know them working in the background, manipulating stuff like. But you don't even get like so it's like the way they. I know it's hard to take 50 some episode show and shrink it to 2 hours,
Yeah.
so you gotta like cut stuff out. But the way they established it, they didn't even like I think pick the right stuff or at least interpret it the right way.
Mm.
It's like you could have like set it up a little better.
You know, the same way you probably feel about that. That's the same way I feel about how they do Star Wars movies. Like all the lore is not in there, so nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
I mean, I just go watch Star Wars movies because they good movies. I have no clues. I have no clue whose mother is who.
See, but the
who
shit
got
is
the force
ill,
of
man.
who.
Yeah,
I don't really care to care.
Do all the to care. I never did all the extended universe stuff for Star Wars, so I only know what happens in the movies.
I mean, they had enough short jokes in the film for me too. In this shit, because I feel like if they'd have kept that out, it'd have messed up some of the luster of the film. But you know,
But he wasn't even that short.
But still, it's like
Asian.
But it's a running joke. Like, this little dude is your brother.
Yeah.
Like this, like that's your big brother. But you bigger than him.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So since we're reviewing stuff, let's talk about Atlanta.
Oh, GA Atlanta.
So so Atlanta came back March 1st, and
Man.
first episode came out, Alligator Man. What y'all think about this first episode, yo?
Well, you know I enjoyed it.
This shit picked up right where they left off. Yo, it's the same Atlanta. Like, you know how like season 2 falls off with a lot of shows. I like how it picked up right where it left off.
Yes.
Mad gunplay.
Yeah, it is.
Niggas.
Yo, I'm telling you.
AKs.
Yo, I'm telling you that
AKs.
kid. Hey, yo, I'm telling you that kid dead.
That kid might be dead, but
that kid dead.
that girl that was in the back seat, lucky she ain't get a
Yo,
whip
how's
popped.
she not dead?
Yo, I'm telling you that. Yo,
I
the
thought she was
kid
dead.
can't be dead because when she got popped, they let her out, and she was like, "Doe, let me out."
Wait, who got shot?
You ain't watch it?
Yeah, I did, but I'm
Alright,
talking about
so-
who got
All
shot.
right, so when the dude yapped at the back of the car, right?
Yappa.
So they stopped the car, and the chick got out the car. She was holding her head. She kept grabbing her head and
Screaming
screaming
and
and stuff,
crying.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she got clipped, like it's somewhere
I
in the
thought she
head,
got
or like
shot.
Probably grazed
yeah, I
this
thought
time.
she got shot too, or she was just scared as hell. So she got
I'd
out
be
the car,
scared too.
sitting in a Winners parking lot, just yelling. But the dude that went in and robbed the spot, I could have swore I heard him saying, "Yo, let's get out of here, let's get out of here." So he can't be dead, but from them shots, how they was looking,
Yeah, like because
he
I'm
could have hit everybody in that car.
No, not even when I'm not even talking about when he shot at the car. I'm talking about when he was inside the store.
When he was jumping over the
He
register.
when he jumped over the register, he shot. I don't care. He shot him.
Yo.
I don't care.
Yeah,
He's
that
dead.
was-
He clapped him. He said, "Yo, he clapped him. He's dead. I don't care." But
Nah, but the episode was a good episode though.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Yo, Florida Man is the most true, and
Yes.
those are all real
Real stories.
crimes.
They
Yes.
made a boogeyman out of
Out of
Florida.
man, because Florida's wild.
Yo,
Florida's wild.
those are all because Charlamagne says on the Breakfast Club every now and then
Oh,
the
was it
craziest
Brooklyn?
people come from the
Oh,
Bronx,
Bronx, yeah.
and all of Florida.
You know, I believe it because there was a dude on Instagram. He was in 8th grade. He said,
Something about that heat, man.
he said the bitches down there. Why am I calling 8?
So eighth grade.
I'm calling 8th graders bitches.
This is when you was in 8th grade, though.
Yeah, no, but
Oh, okay, so that counts.
he said the 8th graders down there are mad. They act like they mad freaky, but they don't give good head. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where is this?
8th
South
grade? How
Florida?
the hell you?
South Florida. So
Dog, how do you know how to give dome in 8th grade?
I don't know.
Well, you can ask. What's that chick?
No, you gotta relax. You have to relax. I don't even know who you're gonna say, but she went to our school.
Yes. Remember the chick with the tongue ring?
Oh, dang! Oh, I remember. So what about the show?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Florida
no,
Man?
yeah, no, it was good, man. It was cool. It was cool seeing Cat Williams. I'm glad he seems to be like on the upswing of things. He just dropped a special on Netflix, and now he's on Atlanta. So it was cool. It was
that nigga
unexpected.
still look high.
I mean, he probably is, but
I think that's his whole look now. Like that's his
Yeah.
whole like shtick.
yeah, but at least he's not like wilding out in the public yet. So far, maybe who knows? But no, I
Getting
like
beat up by 8th graders.
yes. Oh, kid did mess him up. No, I thought it's Atlanta, man. It's Darius is still the realest human being in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Vibes, dog.
Vibe, dog.
He's like, that's dog, we gotta talk about. That's a real dude. He was like, yo, I don't like the vibes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come in with you. Like that's a real friend, dog. He's like, I don't like how this is feeling. I'm gonna come inside, and make sure you safe, dog.
Yo,
Came inside.
I don't operate on vibes, yo. Like it's a house. It look cool. The music bumping.
Going
you need
to-
help? Call me. I ain't going to nowhere. And then
I don't
find
believe in
out
time as a
like,
concept. I'll just say
I
we
wonder
already met.
how many people got like foreign animals in their house. I
Yo.
know it's a lot of them.
Probably.
Like it's a lot of people with like foreign monkeys they ain't supposed to have. I saw a crackhead with like an ostrich or a raccoon or something.
What?
Like you ain't see that Instagram where it's like a crackhead caught a raccoon. He was walking on a leash.
Oh,
No, I seen one with a
That
squirrel.
was New York, right?
So, I don't know where. Yo, it was America, B. I don't know where it was. It's just the fact that you could catch a squirrel or a fucking raccoon
And
and,
just
and,
make it a
and
pet.
train it.
That old coon on
I
the
mean,
shoulder.
they animals is people's too.
That's the alligator. No. Why he got a gator?
Why not, dog?
Why was that gator here when I was here?
He's like, yeah, yeah.
Why do you have an alligator? Why? What do you feed this alligator?
Chickens. They said it. There was like mad chicken
Oh, yeah,
carcasses in there. It's like, just don't go in there. There's a gator in there. He's like, huh?
Yo, oh my God.
You still want money?
Yeah.
That's some random ass shit.
Yeah. That's why I like Atlanta. It's serious enough, but also just dumb
Just
enough.
dumb
just
enough.
for any dumb thing that just happened.
Just like in the first season where like they was having mad like important serious talk.
Yeah.
And then somebody rolled off in an invisible car like
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
I lost it after that. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I
like,
can't take this shit
yo.
serious no more.
And then when they had the commercials, the autumn commercials, the like Cookie Crisp type of dog,
Yeah.
and he's like, you're sitting on his back. I was like,
This is some
shut up.
bullshit.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I like.
Funny.
That's why I like the show so much. And then when he was in the jail, he's like,
Oh,
I can
man.
move. My mom was like, no. It's like, yo, that's my old girlfriend. Yo, that's a man.
That's a man.
He's
My
like,
nigga, that's a man.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I want to know how Donald Glover's mind works.
It works.
Like
crazy,
it works so weird to the point where it's like I know Atlanta is gonna be the show that people aren't gonna want to take serious, but it's like, yo, what's the hype about this show? And people are just gonna watch it and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah, you just gotta watch it, man. It's like it's one of the things I think it's hard to explain. Just if we just tell you what is happening, it's like, okay, that just sounds weird. But when you actually sit down and look at it, it's like, oh, this is a really awesome, hilarious show.
That just I like the show because it sounds like some shit I would come up with.
Right?
Like I have a
Dumb,
show.
random,
Yeah, like,
Never.
I'll have a show.
I would never come up with this.
I'd have a show and I have Hulk Hogan in it, and then out of nowhere, he'd be like, "Let me tell you something, nigger." Like some shit like that.
And you can't have Hulk Hogan using the N word, dog.
Hey, man,
I mean, I know he used it. I know he used it in real life anyway, but he just can't. You know what I mean?
Man, I had this shirt for 6 years. I want to wear it. So
So
can we
you-
forgive Hulk, please?
Nah.
Now, with it being titled Robin season, what do y'all expect is gonna happen in this season though?
Mo
Well, let it
ratchetness.
But
Mo is unexpected dudes. I thought they were just gonna go buy some drugs and they ended up robbing. So there's gonna be robins.
do you think that Darius is gonna rob somebody? Like Paperboy gonna get robbed?
Paperboy probably gonna get robbed. or
Ern gonna
something.
get robbed?
Ern already
Somebody
got
gonna get
robbed.
clapped?
You know what's going
Ern
on?
got robbed.
Ern, yeah, he got robbed already.
Yeah, that dude was like, yo, I'm taking all your stuff because you can't afford to pay
He
this.
was like, dog, you gotta auction this off.
He's
He was
like,
like,
nah, this ain't TV, dog.
yeah, he was like, nah, this ain't that.
It was a lot of shit happening in the first season that I thought that was gonna happen, but didn't. You remember the dude came up to the house. He was like, "Yo, Paperboy live here?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Hi."
And
He
it
just ran off.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you never seen that dude again? What happened?
Because you know, it's just that was just a question.
Maybe in Robin season.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe who knows? It's like it's Atlanta. You never know.
I think somebody important gonna die. I just don't know who.
Nah, they can't kill nobody yet. It's too soon.
Watch. It's Atlanta.
Well, they can't kill Darius
No.
because he's too real.
Why not?
'Cause he's too real. If he died, and
He gonna get shot.
I mean, he could get shot. He
gonna
can't
get
die.
shot. I don't know if he gonna die.
You can't kill Paperboy because he's the one making the money.
He a rapper. He gotta die.
No, he can just get shot.
I mean,
He don't gotta die.
He don't have to die, but you know,
How
it's,
many
it's-
rappers
it's-
you know die?
in Atlanta,
Yeah,
a lot.
I mean real rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Rest in peace to Bankroll Fresh.
Touche.
What else?
Can't kill Zazie Beats because she's sexy.
Yo, Domino, motherfucker, what's happening?
Woo! And you know Donald Glover's Donald Glover. So
Nah,
you can't kill him.
Ern gonna get clapped. I don't know why, but
Because he got that gun now.
he gonna get clapped doing something stupid, like he gonna cheddar bob himself or something.
He probably
Something gonna happen.
They got the golden gun.
Yeah, he got the golden gun like he was in 007.
Now, being that, you know, all this black stuff is happening, you know, we got Atlanta come back, we got the success of
Myrtle.
Black Panther and everything. Was this like the best Black History Month ever?
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
In like
because
recent memory.
I mean, what else? I mean, what else good ever happened in Black History Month? Like, let's be honest.
What?
Oh, wait.
Yo, you wow.
No,
Crazy.
like what? No, I mean, like
Whatever.
what type of event type of thing happened during Black History
I
Month?
can't remember off the
That's
top of
what
my
I'm
head,
saying,
but I'm pretty
like-
sure something happened where it was like a bunch of black people got together. Like ain't no marches happen, like the Million Man March that happened in February.
Maybe, but when was that?
Nah, it was too cold out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
I can't remember. Like, if it's okay, so I don't remember that. If that happened in February, fine. But in terms of that, like, it's not like stuff really be happening during Black History Month. They just hey, here's some cool Negroes that did some things for you to understand. Like, yo, peanut butter, you like that? Hey, you like stoplights?
George Carver.
Yo, you like stoplights?
We did that.
A Negro did that too, dog.
Air
You know what I
conditioning?
mean?
Yeah, we got all that.
Got your back, nigga. You not hot, you cold now.
Super soakers, potato chips. That's all us,
Right,
dog.
dog. We like, and that's you know, historically, at least in my life,
mean,
you know, I grew up in Richburg, so it's probably
I think-
more indicative.
See, Black History Month was cool until Black China and Safari came about. Like it was alright. Like we was doing good. Like Black Panther, everybody was on their pro-black thing. Everybody was out here, you know, posting everything. You know,
Come on, be pro-black for so long, dog.
Black Panther is like almost at $1 billion worldwide, but it still ain't even opened up in China yet. So that joint gonna do numbers.
Woo!
But then you know you got these sex tapes that leak out, and it's just you know y'all just ruin the whole thing for the like
She was doing that for the culture.
who did what for the culture?
She was out here bobbing and weaving for the culture.
Can we talk about Bobby Instagram story?
Let's talk about Bobby Instagram stuff.
Now, Bobby.
Bobby. Bobby.
Why did you feel it necessary to go so in depth
I knew
about another man penis?
Nigga, I knew I wasn't the only one that was thinking this. See, this is the problem with
Yeah,
niggas.
you was, bro.
No, I wasn't.
I was like that. I was yo.
I ain't even watched
It's
the
so
tape,
many
so-
times I be like, yo, is Bobby done yet? No. Shit.
See, I know it's taboo, and I know niggas wasn't supposed to speak. I was trying so hard not to press the record button, but I couldn't help it, man. Yo, this nigga's dick was shaped
you
like the
could-
letter Z.
Yo, you could have helped that dog.
Yo, I couldn't help it. Because I was like, yo,
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
that's a disease.
Bobby.
It's a disease.
He was concerned for man life.
I am concerned.
I'm not concerned about no other man joint
Yo,
at
nigga,
all. I don't care what's going on.
This
Get
nigga's
that
dick was a
fixed.
boomerang, man. Like, you can't say that.
Yo.
I'm trying to help.
Yo.
I'm trying to help, man.
Trying to help who? Yo.
I'm trying to help him.
Trying to help Black China so she can be better at her life.
Oh, that was the worst fellatio I've seen in a while.
I have not seen that tape, so I can't.
For real, man. I'm just saying. I'm not.
Like I feel like Bobby watched it and then rewound it and watched it again and then like just picking out little points.
I
to
wasn't
talk about.
going to talk about it.
I think that's probably the problem. I think because you said that she did such a bad job that he just like he had to have to notice the other thing just
Shit,
because.
no
like,
wonder she could suck his dick because it's going down like that. I'm just saying. Yo, say what y'all want. I was not gonna talk about this shit until
never getting sponsors.
I'm sorry, but it was one part in there when he was beating it from the side, and Black China was like, "Oh my God, why does it feel like that?"
because it's crooked.
Yo, like I said, yo, after Ouch, I was done. I was like, nah, I'm not with this.
This nigga's Captain Hook, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I did not watch that video, and maybe I
I'm
probably
just saying,
won't watch it.
That shit's not
And I
normal.
definitely ain't seen nothing that had to do with Safari. So.
Did you see Safari's joint?
No,
though?
No, I did not.
Okay, cool.
Watch that.
Because I'd have had to question some things.
No, I'm not doing that.
I hear people talking about it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
You hear people or women?
You know what got me mad?
Radio.
Okay.
hosts
This is
and
what got me
stuff.
upset. This is what got me
Right,
upset.
right.
You go online, they like, oh, Black Twitter's going crazy over Safari. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? It ain't us.
Yeah,
Come on, that's
dog.
black women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, I went on Facebook. I was like, all right, so what does Safari do? What kind of like stupid ass corny thing did he
Right.
do? Like what clip from Love and Hip Hop is out? And then I saw a whole bunch of women like putting up like emojis and stuff like that. I was like, I don't like where this is going.
I'm curious,
And
but I'm
then
scared.
I went on Twitter and then I scrolled down my timeline and then I was like, nope,
It's
it's a dick on my phone. I don't want it. Nope.
He's like,
Nope.
closing this off.
Like I saw like it was a boss up like not a picture but like a what's the shit
The little
called?
video thing?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
GIF?
Yeah, like something like that. It was like it had the picture, but it had the eggplant over it. It was like click on this link to see it. I was like,
nah,
nope,
no.
I'm out of here.
We good,
Going
dog.
back to work.
Yeah,
Fucking
we
women,
good, dog.
man.
Yeah,
Not dealing with this now.
Because he was corny until they found out.
It's still
Man, look,
corny.
look, man.
Well, not to them hoes.
They was making it seem like this nigga had some hot music.
Yo, his song was trending after he was on. He was like, or maybe it was like in the top Hot 100 on iTunes or something like that. Whatever.
I'm gonna
after Breakfast Club.
talk about this on the domino effect, but y'all women are really hoes out here.
Yeah?
I mean,
A lot of y'all is hoes and hypocrites.
Just as primal as
mean,
us.
yeah.
Primal.
Since you're talking about hoes, let's talk about Angela Bassett, right?
Don't, I was waiting. I just realized that. Yo, don't call Angela Bassett no
Nah,
whore.
definitely not. It's
No,
a
you
black
can't talk
queen.
about Tina like that.
Man, Angela Bassett's the reason I like dark-skinned women.
Really?
Vampire in Brooklyn? She's bad as fuck.
Was she?
Vampire in Brooklyn.
She wasn't bad.
Yes, she was bad, man. All right, I'm gonna
Nah,
post some Instagram clips
no.
for you.
He said, I'm about to hook you up, dog.
Angela Bassett been bad since forever. I don't
Yeah,
know if
but
it's Vampire in
Vampire in
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, I was like,
damn.
I was like, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Man, Vampire in Brooklyn's the one.
Now you brought this up, Bob. You said that Angela Bassett has no Oscars, she gets recognition for her acting, but no awards for it. Now, does she deserve? Should we give Angela her things though?
Yeah.
You think? Has she done a performance you think that's worthy of that?
For what movie do you think she deserves an Oscar?
What's Love Got to Do with It? I mean,
now, what was going up against What's Love Got to Do with It that year it came out?
Have to find that out.
Nothing I know about, but I know that damn rape scene makes you want to treat women like goddesses.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm saying, man. Yo, every time I see that rape scene, I'm just like, I gotta treat my girl better.
How do you treat her now?
I'm just saying, man.
Like, wait a minute. Why would it when you see that?
Would the scene is like,
I gotta treat my girl way better.
Nigga took the pussy like,
Yo.
Now it's just
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm for real, man.
Sometimes you gotta.
It should make you want to treat your girl better, man.
No, it don't.
Yes, it do.
Rapes. Yo, dog, what the fuck is going on?
You should always want to.
You should always want to treat your girl better.
You want to be Ike?
No.
All right,
one
then.
wants
So
to be
you
Ike.
understand what
No
I'm
way,
saying?
shape, or form.
I
I
mean,
want
well,
to be
that's
anything
not true.
Ike-ish.
I mean, some people do want to be Ike, but that's not the point.
Who wants to be Ike?
There's niggas out there that like being chicks and taking the vagines.
We ain't talking about Chris Brown, man. We talking about.
Come on, man. You gotta get that off Chris,
Breezy.
man. I understand why he did it.
You understand why he slapped Rihanna?
I'm sorry.
In the face multiple times, contusionalized the sexiness.
Go ahead, Bobby. This shit
Did you
went off
know
the
a
rails.
story?
Tell me why Chris Brown slapped Rihanna. Come on. Tell me.
She gave him herpes.
Where are we going from this?
He had to jab her up right quick. You're not gonna jab a chick up if she give you herpes?
How do you know she gave you
I
herbs?
don't know that. That was one of the things people were saying, and I just thought it was
I
funny.
think she said you can't dance, and she was like, "What?" and popped.
Yeah, listen, we don't condone violence against women, but that was
We
funny.
do not. No, it wasn't.
Not her getting beat up, just what you said, the joke, I mean, not the
Jesus
actual act.
Christ.
Not the act.
Hesh,
So.
does Angela Bassett deserve things?
She deserves the world, man. It's
For
Angela
these-
Bassett. But
for these
her-
roles-
this is my question. So,
No, we know that she's a good actor. She
right,
can play
but has,
multiple roles. She
yeah,
played
but
in,
has she ever
is it-
done something that was worthy of an award?
What's love?
Besides, what's love got to do with it? And we don't know what was up against it at that time, so we'll just say it was probably something stacked. But besides that,
Waiting to exhale.
Nah.
but was that like
That wasn't-
Oscar worthy?
was that Oscar worthy that she burned
burned
the car
dude,
and,
yeah.
like, and walked off? And it
I
was
mean, the
just
song from the
it was a
movie was
great
more
scene.
important than the movie. I'm not gonna die. That was better than that.
Well, the reason why I
like-
say this is the real reason why I say this.
Mm.
Because obviously she deserves it. I think she deserves it.
She is
But-
talented.
Yeah, but does the Oscars really matter? Because, you see Angela Bassett, she doesn't have an award. But you see Monique out here, she has an award, but she getting paid cheddar biscuits.
But
So-
yeah, but neat.
Yeah, but I still haven't seen Precious to this day.
I don't want to.
And
I feel like I've
don't-
seen part of it. don't think I saw.
Have
it
you
all
seen
the way
the clips
through.
of just her yelling and being mad, or
Just
you actually
being
see-
rough?
I feel like
Yeah.
you're playing with me.
To that large child, she was like treating her horribly. That
Said
movie
large
just
child.
yeah. It was, that's a
That's a huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. Nah, but
Pressure to do that to you.
nah, but like, I don't know. So I think that's just like I think the movie
Mhm.
facilitated her getting that Oscar because what the movie was and then what she was doing. So I think the movie sort of put that spotlight on her to allow her to win that versus the kind of movies that I guess Angela Bassett has done haven't maybe got the same kind of notoriety and praise as a whole. So I don't think she was able to get the spotlight shined on her to facilitate getting an award. I think she probably. I mean, Angela Bassett is a fine actor, but like, is she out here Denzeling it? Like, and I'm not. That's no disrespect. And that's no disrespect to Angela Bassett.
Everybody compares it to like she like the woman Denzel.
But besides what's love got to do with it? What are her like movie? Like, you can name Denzel movies. I feel way better.
I don't know if there's a movie that's where her acting would just like overshine the entire movie. I think it was more like controversial. Like controversial with like
she's played,
Stella got her groove back.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, she's like 45. This dude's like 20-something or 30-something. Blowing the back out. And then it's like the wait until exhale. Oh, she burned homie car. And then what's love got to do with it? She beat up Ike at the end and she played Tina Turner. It was like like she plays these like iconic characters, but it's nothing that's like blown me away. Like, she's played everybody we could think of. Like,
she played
Malcolm X wife. Yes. She played Martin Luther wife. She done played T'Challa mother. She done played Biggie mom. Like, she done played everybody.
She was Wallace.
Played Trey's mother.
Loretta.
She played Trey mama. Like,
like, so I'm saying, like, she's done roles that are like important roles. But I guess but were they like Oscar worth? Like, that's a distinction. Just because you playing Biggie's mom, do you deserve an Oscar for that? Just because you're Biggie's mom? Or like, was her portrayal of Biggie's mom the most illest portrayal of a human being ever?
You can throw on a Jamaican accent and be Biggie mom. Like, it wasn't that hard. Now, who's a better actress? Angela Bassett or Viola Davis?
Viola Davis. You know what? Viola Davis only because of that one scene in Fences that I saw in the commercial when she had that snot bubble coming out. I was like, yep, she got this. She's committed. Yes.
Okay, you know what?
She went down and did it.
You're right. I'll give it to Angela Bassett just because she played Amanda Waller.
Yeah, but that movie was horrendous.
It's trash,
Fuck the
dog.
movie. Fuck the movie.
You
But
can't. Like,
she's versatile though.
And that wig?
That wig was horrible.
Horrendous.
Come on, dog.
The wig was worse than the movie.
Yeah, what's up with Hollywood wig budgets, yo?
What's about Hollywood wig budgets for black people?
Mm.
They can't give Negroes good wigs.
Mm.
It's hard to do black hair.
Nah, but with for metal, like Asians own all these shots, but you couldn't get the dudes a good wig, yo.
Yo, that's
Like-
American Asians.
Like that silk and wavy, that it had to be that dry.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Silky wavy.
Don't put no cocoa butter on it.
That Malaysian black.
Put spray it up with the oil
Couldn't
sheen.
get my man no yaki.
The fresh pack of yak.
Yeah, like you couldn't do that and spray it down with some sheen. Like, oh,
Hit it
this
with that-
looks like real
hit it with
hair.
that olive oil.
Exactly.
Nah, yo.
But
this is
I
like
can't think.
dry.
I could probably think if I had more time. I could probably think of some actresses better than Angela Davis. I say Angela Davis. Shit. Angela Bassett. But
Now,
as far as
Viola Davis, I think, really got it out here. She out here in the streets.
I mean, Angela's top 5, but I don't know why. It all depends on like what she's going up
And
against
Whoopi.
in that year. Whoopi is not a great
Yo,
actress.
She told Harpo,
Whoopi's
"Beat
herself.
me."
Oh, God.
Tell me that wasn't beautiful.
Now
they tried.
is that better than anything that Angela Bassett has done?
That I can think of. I mean, outside of besides like What's Love Gotta Do It, like, and again, it's been so long since I've seen some of her. And that's the thing. That's also another issue. Is like, yeah, she been around forever, but she don't even be like working like a lot.
Who?
Angela Bassett, like she
what?
be in stuff, but like
She
really,
got a series.
She be in real important stuff. Like,
yeah,
yo,
like she'll
we
pop
need-
up in some things.
We have an
yeah.
iconic character that
And
we
you'll be-
need
yeah,
like
But she
multi-emotions for.
Yeah, but she not like just out here in mad different movies like movied up. So like it's hard. So like not remembering everything I've ever seen. But I'll give it to Viola Davis. That's not Bubba was lit, dog.
So Hesh said that Angela don't deserve things right now, but Bobby thinks so. It is what it is.
I think she deserves it. I just don't know if she's done the stuff to earn it.
Does the Oscars really matter anymore?
Well, that's,
Really don't.
that's a whole
Nah,
nother
really
conversation.
don't, because you know some of our greatest artists don't have Grammys.
And all that
so it's
stuff.
like, do the Oscars really? But I mean, still, you still want some recognition, for your
doing your work,
for
you
your
out here doing
craft.
Thick Thizzle.
Man, fuck all that.
But like, especially
all
after
that.
the thing that happened with Moonlight last year, I kind of was like, oh, you're wild.
I wasn't mad at that.
I was mad.
Did you watch Moonlight?
No, I never even seen the movie, but nah, I definitely,
Dog,
Some gay shit in there.
Moonlight.
I definitely didn't watch the movie. Nah, but like
Dog.
when because they won the award, but they said the wrong thing, and everybody went up for the
Yeah,
other movie, and then they had to come in and go back. Like I was like, they kind of playing
Dog.
black movies.
I watched Moonlight.
Uh-oh.
And it was mad. Yo, what's going on? I did not know.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I found out what it was about.
I found out
after the
after
fact,
I
but
was
didn't
like
watch
20
it.
minutes, half hour, and I was like,
Well, I'm already here, right?
yep. I was like,
I
yo,
already synced it.
I was like, yo, as long as I don't see no shaboinkas, I'm good.
Did you?
Nah,
Alright.
it was just, matter of fact, never mind. I don't even want to talk
Go
about
on,
it.
talking about it. Alright,
Nah,
that's
I was
fair
just
enough.
wild. And I was by myself and I felt uncomfortable. I was like, yo, I'm wild uncomfortable.
Even nobody here.
Even nobody around. I'm just like, yo,
Hello, darkness, my friend.
you really jacking him off on the beach?
Whoa, what?
Come to talk to you
What?
again.
Yo, watch Moonlight.
No, I'm not watching it.
That
just
one
gave me a
no
reason
one's
not to watch
watching
it.
Moonlight.
I mean, we know the main character's gay.
No,
but
I know that now.
it's a gay scene where it's a lot of gay scenes.
Well, that would happen when the dude is,
Nah, but it's
Sexual.
like out of left field gay scene. Like I wasn't.
I mean, is it out of left field or is it
It
just
wa-
out of field?
No, it was out of left field. It was like, never mind.
Yeah, it's not.
Never mind.
It's
I ain't
not.
getting into
Yeah.
it.
Is the sound of silence.
So,
I'm not watching that shit. I said that.
so since we talk about Angela Bassett, you want to talk about more movies?
Mhm.
So let's talk about Avengers getting pushed up, right?
Mm.
So do you think that Avengers is trying to capitalize off this Black Panther success, or are they just trying to beat out all the because you got Deadpool coming out in May, you got Han Solo movie coming out in May. You think they're just trying to beat the rush?
I think it's a combination of all those things. I think obviously by this point, because it's supposed to come out in May, they've seen a cut of the movie. I think they're very confident in the movie. Then with the success of Black Panther, I think they're like, well, we out here because we let the black man make all this dollars, so we can definitely get a few of these dollars with this white people's all up in this film. And then I think they do want to get more time in the theater because Star Wars and Marvel are owned by Disney.
Disney is taking the fuck
it's
over.
So I think they do want to give space to let Infinity War have more time to collect some ducats, get their dollars, and then sort of not interfere with Solo trying to get some of his money because nobody really wants to watch that movie.
Yeah, but if Disney winds up buying Fox,
that's
a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we gonna put Avengers out, but if we get Deadpool and Han Solo, we Gucci.
Gucci
Pretty
gang.
much.
Gang.
I think they just trying to do the whole thing like, Black Panther February,
They monopolizing
Black
shit.
History Month. You got Avengers April.
Yeah.
Like it's something that I don't know what their plan is, but I know it's something that we don't see yet. But
they out here. Kevin Feige got plans, dog. They just announced 4 film. I don't know what the dates are, but they announced 4 films.
These motherfuckers
in
announcing
their,
everything.
Whatever Phase 4. They haven't said what they are yet, but they have a plan.
Infinity Wars is scaring me.
Why?
Because they're gonna kill somebody. I think they're gonna kill
gotta
somebody
kill a
that
lot
we
of
really like.
They gotta kill a lot of people.
I know, but I'm like,
because contracts is up.
they're gonna kill Agent Carter. They're gonna kill Ant-Man. Gotta go.
Nah, Ant-Man's
Ant-Man-
alive.
Yeah.
Because he got a movie coming out after.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes out movie coming. Nah, so
But Infinity War
Tony
2.
gotta die.
Nah, but they confirmed that it was some people that was
It has to die because contract.
like some lesser characters.
Not even lesser. Chris Evans' contract is up, if I'm not mistaken.
You're not killing
Chris
America.
Chris
I
Hemsworth's
think so.
contract is up.
You're not killing Thor.
I
How
think
you?
so.
Their contracts are up. Robert Downey Jr.'s contracts are coming. Like so.
So you think they're not gonna resign?
They only signed to Infinity War 2.
Yeah. So I think what's gonna happen is because what
Shit's
they've
up
been
in the
saying.
air, man.
They not dumb.
No, it's not that,
All right.
but it's not that
Just
they're dumb.
saying.
But whatever they've been saying this, and they've been saying this for a long time to prep you. Whatever happens in these 2 movies is supposed to shake up the world, and thus it's sort of like maybe like a comic book thing and like a reboot. And obviously now we're using Infinity Gems and all that kind of stuff. So there's room for reality warping and alternate universe, all that stuff. So I mean, I don't think they're gonna go too wild because we're still getting the Tom Holland Spider-Man. So I don't, so it's like and we know we're getting Guardians 3. So I know it's not gonna be like maybe super wild crazy, but I do think Robert Downey Jr. asks for like $18 billion every time he comes to do these movies. They can't,
Iron Man. What you want?
they can't. After a certain point, they can't just be paying this dude half the movie budget.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, but he could, he could switch. He could. Instead
many
of being Iron Man, he could be the voice inside the machine.
He's the
be
perfect
Jarvis.
Iron Man, though. There's nobody else that can play Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's nobody else that can be Tony Stark, but they can have somebody else be Iron Man.
You can't have anybody
Iron Man
be
is
Tony
just a
Stark.
suit. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But Iron Man's just a suit.
Ghostface can't do it.
You think he can't?
That'd be ill. That'd be a big W. I'd be
With the
ill.
bird on the suit?
Dog, that'd be ill.
Nah, but yeah, no, they can have somebody else be Iron Man, but not Tony Stark. Like they could do Riri Williams. They could do something like that. I don't think they will, but they could.
I was looking
Same
for
thing with
that
Captain
too,
America. They could have Sam Williams take over. They could have or have Bucky take over and have a new
That's
Captain
supposed to
America.
happen.
Exactly. So like, there's precedent for that in the comic books for one of those two.
So
to
you
take
want
over.
Shuri to be Black Panther too? All that stuff. You just want to kill everybody. You just want to put somebody else in their place, right?
Black Panther just showed up,
Yeah.
but she
Okay.
could because Shuri was ill.
She's
So
supposed
if
to
she could do
die.
what
She
wanted.
was Black Panther at one point.
Yeah, in the comic books, and that
comics.
happened. Yeah,
But no.
yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, if they take certain people out of this movie, it's not gonna work.
That's what I'm afraid of. I think they're gonna take somebody out that we know we like, that's been in there.
Why they can't
for
kill Scarlet Witch or something?
Why would they kill
I like
Scarlet
Scarlet
Witch?
Witch.
She like
Why not?
she'd be throwing up gang signs.
No,
at
we need
things
her.
happen.
Yo,
need her.
I hate how y'all try to act like y'all cared about these characters.
We
like,
need
post
her,
the first
man.
Iron Man, yo. Like,
Who? Like
all
who?
all of these characters was like C-list characters that nobody really cared about.
I know.
We watched Iron Man as a kid.
Yeah, but
I did.
yeah.
Come on, you
I
didn't like
didn't.
that?
You didn't like Iron Man?
I watched it
He
a
was
couple
hammering the
times.
thing like.
Yeah, like
I watched it a couple times, but it wasn't my thing
You
though.
wild. You didn't watch
Love
that
it.
Wild Avengers cartoon they had on Fox with all the colors, dude?
Yeah, didn't last long.
I
Did
know
it?
it was like wow, but then X-Men, no. So yeah,
It
obviously
was X-Men, Spider-Man,
Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
Obviously, all the
Nobody really
characters
cared about Thor.
No, I know, but
They didn't.
But that tells you how ill they are with these movies that they took characters that because the marquee characters are gone, like
Yeah.
X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. Those are
Mhm.
like the heavy hitters over at Marvel, but they obviously option their stuff out. So they was like, we got to make Iron Man ill, and they made him ill. We got to make Thor. Okay, we gotta make Captain America ill after this. Well, the second movie,
You have to
like
say,
but like the first one was alright, but like so it's like they took not the A-list characters that they had, but they made it work. So that's what I'm saying. So whatever they and they've been doing it for 10 years, and all the movies have either been really good or super awesome. And like I don't think they've really had a super bad,
It was two
horrible
movies.
movie.
It was two movies that surprised me that was really good. And that was like when Guardians of the Galaxy first came out.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Fucking Doctor Strange. How the
Yep.
fuck you make
Yeah,
Doctor
Doctor
Strange?
Exactly. How you make Doctor Strange cool?
Yo, it's Marvel. We don't
That's
know
what-
what you want
that's-
from me.
so that's what I'm saying. So-
they take characters that we don't care about
And make you care.
and put these dope ass spins on them.
How's Ant-Man actually have a good movie?
Yeah,
Ant-Man
I'm
was
like-
trash, but they made him dope.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how they did that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So like you gotta have faith. So if they do decide to kill these characters, it's like, yeah, it's gonna suck. I like Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man and I think it's cool, but like I believe in the Vision, dog.
I don't. Vision gonna die.
Not
Yeah.
I mean the Vision, not the Vision
I know,
character.
but he got to go too.
No, he's not gonna die.
I think
How
so.
you know?
He gonna get turned into human and he gonna get Scarlet Witch pregnant.
Does that happen?
Well,
You not? I'm saying like, bro.
yeah. Well, no, they have a relationship in the comic books.
That nigga's Android 18 now.
Well, no, he doesn't. So in the comic,
see this.
so in the comic books, and again, I don't know how
Iron Man and Riri Williams is Batman Forever. With like, I see the correlations. B.
Nah, yeah, I don't know how her powers work in the movie versus in the comic books, but in the comic books, Scarlet Witch's powers are kind of like to be able to warp reality. So
They
she
need
kind of
her.
like self-pregnated herself
Yeah.
and made some kids. She did it. She did it, and then something happened and she went crazy and then she did No More Mutants and that's why we lost Mad Mutants in the
Yeah,
comic
that was
books.
the
House of M.
what
I
was
think
that?
it was.
Yep, House of M.
Yeah.
And you kind of need her for the Avengers versus X-Men because
get
who's gonna
there.
go up? Who's gonna
If
go
we
up
get-
against Dark Phoenix?
If we get there.
Yeah, if we
Yeah, I'm
get that
just
far.
saying this is hyperbole, whatever.
Yeah, no, I understand. No, you're right
Wishful
because we
thinking.
need somebody powerful to go get somebody
Yeah.
that powerful. I
Yeah.
definitely understand. It's like because obviously the deal hasn't been solidified. It's going to take like a year before we can actually. And then I just saw something the other day. Fox is talking about trying to do 6 more movies by 2020. I'm like,
Yeah,
how,
I'm like,
Oh,
Sway?
it's 2018
Right now.
Yeah, man.
So
So,
you got to
like-
shoot tomorrow.
Yeah, like you're wilding. So, and I get it. They still got to act like a company, but it's like, come on, dog, don't do this to us. 'cause
Yo, when are these Marvel movies going to end though?
never.
They have to end at some point.
No,
like-
they won't. If we now until they stop making money.
Okay, so when at what point? So if they kill certain characters, you think they're gonna be still selling these tickets? Like if you take out Tony Stark,
Mhm.
if you take out Thor, if you take out somebody like one of the key players, these key pieces in the Avengers, people are still gonna go watch these movies.
Yes,
so.
if the movies are good, I think what the thing they need to do is to be smart about their budgets going forward. If they do that, so
Man, Hulk gotta go.
Hulk?
No, Hulk is
not
ill.
Hulk. Not Hulk.
Hulk is ill.
So who's going to die? Like, who
Yo,
are y'all
no.
picking to
Tony
die?
Stark is dying.
Tony Stark and
Can't
Captain America.
Captain America probably dying.
He cannot.
Thor
die.
might die.
I believe Thor. Thor maybe.
Yo, they taking out Tony. Why can't Tony die?
I mean, technically he can die, but
And
it's just like,
Shuri's smarter than him. They don't even need him anymore, dog.
Yeah, they don't.
They got Shuri and they got the vibranium. And they got sand trucks. They don't need this dude. Yo, we don't need this dude no more.
Yeah,
I like him. I don't want him to die.
Marvel's not gonna do that. I think they're. I think these movies are gonna be well into like 2025, where it's like, yo,
Oh yeah, no, but not with those people. The movies are gonna go on forever as long as they're making money.
I don't know, bruh.
I think
I'm
they're
tell-
going, man.
They're going forever. But yeah, I think because like first off, they can't play the characters forever. They're gonna age out. They can't be 75 years old being Captain America doing sideways cartwheels.
CGI.
No, we need the realness when it comes to them flips. We need real flips.
Yo, they did that in one of the Iron Mans.
Yeah,
They made young Tony off of old Tony's
Yeah, they
face.
did.
that was in Civil War.
They did in one of the movies. They took old Tony, made him young Tony.
But that wasn't. But no.
CGI.
No, we're not doing that, dog. Or he could die, CG die, and then like, know what I mean? let homie just go to sleep, let him go night night. Everybody go night night, and then, like just let him peace off.
Oh, shout out to Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, man, dang.
So, Bobby, before we get to our guest, right? Let's talk about this PlayStation VR shit that you was talking about.
Oh,
That you
snaps.
wild pussy on.
This is amazing. All right.
You got one?
This nigga think, this shit is real. And like,
Yo, it is real.
Well,
this is
VR is
very
real.
real.
nah, this nigga be mad scared. Like, yo, this shit gonna really jump out and
Man,
hit me.
okay, all right. Let me explain. I'm
like-
playing Resident Evil 7, right?
And you
No,
pussy.
Disrespect.
I'm not pussy. All right. I haven't been pussy since Child's Play. All right. Now the thing
I'm
is,
gonna get you for your birthday, fucking Chucky doll.
no, fuck that.
He's like, dog, don't do that.
Nah, but PlayStation VR, I see the potential in it. Like, I got it recently and I was playing it, and at first when you put the helmet on, it's kind of blurry. That's one concern with it. The quality's not really there like that, but you put the headset on, like everything is 3-dimensional. It's literally like I could reach out and touch the shit. So I'm like, damn, man, this shit looks so realistic. If the graphics was like on some 4K shit, it'll literally be like you're in the fucking game because everything comes out. So I'm playing Resident Evil, which
Why was that your first game?
because I wanted to scare myself because I never beat
This nigga's
I
sick.
never beat a Resident Evil before in my life.
Me either.
Me
The
neither.
second one still scares the shit out of me.
I don't like to be afraid.
So I'm playing it.
That's white people stuff.
Yeah, I'm playing it. So they get you at the beginning. You said white.
Never get sponsors.
Yo, I was acting like
Yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
real black nigga in the movie. Like that's how I was acting like. I was going to the door. I was like, yeah, I really don't want to go in here. I'm walking slow as hell. I'm trying to boost myself up. I'm like, all right, man, come on. It's just a game. Come on, man. It's just a game. I'm walking around and you do hear shit and it's like it's really happening. I'm like, man, this shit too real, man.
Sometimes you mad real. Like you be hearing stuff that be coming in the distance. I be like, dog, I don't want to go this way. You know something gonna jump at me. And I'm by myself, but I'm gonna jump like a little bitch.
Yo, I
Jump
can't.
scares, I don't like.
Yo, I can't do that because you gotta put the mask over your whole face, so you
Yeah.
can't see nothing. You just
Yeah.
see the
Dog,
game.
I done broke it.
What if somebody in your actual house come up and just touch your shoulder real quick? You'd have died, son.
Like
Straight
yo,
heart
like
attacks.
you playing and can't hear nobody else
Yup.
around you. Your
When your
mom be
kids
like,
tap you on the shoulder,
Yeah.
and start just
shake your daughter. Now what? Now what you gonna do?
It gets real.
swing. Can't even see when you start swinging. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What really
Demons
made
ain't
me
getting me.
what really made me think that I think PlayStation has something with this. Because I'm playing it and when you look to the left, right, up, down, even when you turn
You see the
around, you're
whole
looking
world.
nothing's off. So it's literally like you're looking around. So I'm like, what if they made Battlefield like this?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
And how you looking, yo, everybody's nasty in that game.
No,
If you make,
don't give me PTSD.
I'm good.
Yo.
Have a real Vietnam
Yo.
flashback.
Yeah.
yo, everybody's nice in VR. Everybody's nice. Nobody's missing.
No, but like I do think VR is like the way of the future. Like if they can, I think the issue I think is controls. I think a hurdle to like being able to control it to do a whole lot of things. I don't know how the controls work because like some stuff they like you're not like
I
walking.
mean, the motion controllers.
Well, just in control. Like you're not like walking. Like they like some games they like teleport you places because like it's hard to do the motion,
Yeah, sometimes.
movement stuff because that can make people nauseous.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like once they can like kind of make it so that like you can play it like you're just playing any other game, but
Mm-hmm.
then you're immersed in it. Like I like that. Imagine playing like an RPG and you're like the actual character in the thing, and like you out here casting thunder on cats, like ooh, hitting with the limit breaks and all that. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
but
think
you
that's the
go
way.
out, you go out in the fucking real world and don't know how to separate
Real life,
fantasy
real life,
from
yeah.
reality.
I mean that's probably gonna happen to some
Get into
people.
a fight, you try to charge something. I'm like, nah, I'm not in Dragon Ball.
It's
Nope.
like I summon the demons of the 14th drown.
Yeah.
Surrogates for real.
Can't do it.
It's like it's
I
gonna
was
happen.
trying so hard to watch VR porn.
Moving on.
I mean, hey, you gotta try it.
Hey, man,
At least
shit.
once, dog.
the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Well, I don't even have VR, so I can't. I haven't done it. I'm just, I just ain't gonna judge nobody for wanting to look at it at a breast.
I was curious.
I ain't gonna judge nobody for wanting to look at a breast.
Can you do that though?
Well, yeah, this VR porn.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there
It's
is.
all POV
It's a whole
stuff.
site with VR porn.
Yeah, it's just POV stuff.
You never go on Pornhub and see VR porn?
No.
It's VR porn.
Yeah,
on
it's
Pornhub.
POV stuff. So you just be in there chilling, and you turn your back. There be somebody back there.
Dog.
It's gonna be hard to like put the remote down because you got the whole headset.
Yo.
But that's the
Don't
problem.
say
because-
hard to me no more.
But that's the issue. Putting that helmet on and then somebody just coming in,
yeah.
you can't hear that.
You
Somebody's
in
coming in the
mid-
house. You just
Sitting there butt ass
Body
naked,
touch.
jerking your shit off like
Butt ass nigga with candles around. I got that helmet on your head.
I was trying to have a nice evening with myself. Hey, you come home. Come home early. You gonna use the key? You gonna come in because you live
Yeah,
here? That's the only issue.
All we need is that sex doll. You good?
Yo,
Oh my god.
We needed the sex doll. You good?
that's too
big?
much. That's a line that's crossed. If you have the
good.
VR and the dog,
Yo,
What you
don't-
doing?
You don't get out.
Yo, what you doing?
Like, yo.
Yo, what's your life? Yo, what's your
Nah.
life?
Them type of people you gotta kill. Because they're a threat to. I feel like they're a threat to society. Because you can't be that sociopathic to have a VR helmet and a fake sex doll,
That look like an Instagram model.
and you want to order the one with the extra jiggly butt and all that. Yo, they got
the
the
waves
special
on it.
modifications that look like a brunette or this, that, and the third. Like, dog, we gotta take these people out.
Nigga, you be like Cragmar with the big arm.
Oh, what happened?
Hey, Crackman, where you been? Like,
been on that internet.
I just, I gotta go back. Yeah, I gotta go back inside. Yeah, but it's just like you don't
Yo,
know.
he had one Kevin Durant arm and one The Rock arm. Yo. I was like, Jesus.
And he only did it in like 2 days. That's the wildest.
Dog.
Half
He
man,
just
half
dis-
amazing.
He just discovered the internet yesterday. It came out. Yo, Crackman, I ain't seen you in 2 days. Like,
Yeah, just been on his internet.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, not internet.
Came for the mirror. Well, what the? And then go right back. Hilarious.
So is the PlayStation VR lit or shit?
It's lit, but right now,
Not for porn. I'm talking about for like games and shit.
Besides
Like,
the
is
porn.
it lit
Yeah.
for games though?
for games, yeah, I see the potential in it.
Potential, but does
I
it
see-
actually have anything in there now? I think that's the
Internet,
like on there now. That's like
well,
really,
they do have Batman VR. I want to try that.
Yeah, but that's one of the things too. It's just like you're like in detective mode, like you're not actually like doing stuff. Like I heard people talk about
Oh,
it,
shit,
but
I
it's
gotta look
not
it up.
like
See,
yeah.
you niggas is why the internet is killing us. This is why, as a society.
Why?
What you mean? Why?
Why?
You won't go out and get a real girl, so you put a helmet on and just. You know what?
Again, I don't
Shit.
own the VR. I just don't judge nobody for wanting to look at her breasts.
Yo,
Why is so wrong? You want to just look
you
at her titties
do-
sometime?
No, it's real women. I have a girlfriend.
Man, wait until
Okay.
And you don't look at porn?
Moving on.
Yeah, exactly. So you'd be just looking at titties that ain't hers. Shut up.
Not on no VR shit.
Well, you don't because you don't have it. But if you had it, sway.
Baby, send me a pic.
man,
All
wait
right,
until they have
God,
social
shit.
media VR. It's gonna be a problem.
Yo, call this nigga, man. I ain't- All right, so Three Ninjas Podcast, Domino, Hess, Jones, Bobby. Bobby, your nickname's still trash, all right?
Bobby Energy, man, I changed it.
You good.
Nah,
you
you
still
good.
you just Bobby.
Bobby.
So right now we have a guest on the phone that's joining us. I don't know where you in Atlanta right now?
No, I'm actually in Orlando right now. So my daughter is at. So, but I'm primarily in Atlanta. Yeah.
Okay, so you just on the move. All right, brother, I see you. So he played Slade number 5 in Birth of a Nation. He was in The Walking Dead. He was in the Atlanta season 1. You know, he doing his thing out here. He on some shows on Hulu. He out here. So we got actor Chris Greene on the phone. Chris, how you doing, man?
Good, good. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Chilling,
up?
man. So we just want to talk to you real quick, you know, and get to know you since you know Bobby over here from his Instagram following and shit. Your Instagram trash, Bobby.
Yeah.
Shit,
No, hey man, I'm not gonna. Hey, shout out to him, man, because my abs is tight because of this dude. Appreciate that. I'm trying to get on Black Panther too. So,
I think you too light skinned to be on Black Panther too, bro.
hey man, you know what? You say that, but at the end of the day, man, you know now they're gonna be letting people in. So,
Oh, he right. You got
plus,
you there.
They got to shoot this shit in the summer so I can get a little tan, man. Jordan tan. I could be alright.
Go by the equator, you just be black.
This is
All right,
up,
so you was born in Mount Vernon, right? And you was raised in Yonkers, correct?
Yeah.
Now, how was it growing up in Yonkers? What's that? Now, did you grow up on the good side or the bad side of Yonkers?
I grew up on the Puerto Rican side.
Oh,
So the bad side, all right. Now, how was that?
No, Randolph, man. Randolph Street on South Broadway, man. My pop stayed on South Broadway, and my mom's lived probably about 10 blocks going north, actually, on Randolph, man. And it wasn't bad there. Actually, basically, we lived in Mount Vernon until I was about 6 or 7, and then we moved to Yonkers, and all the way until I was probably about maybe 11 or 12. That's when it was starting to see a lot of Puerto Rican cats was moving in, Dominicans. So up until that time, it was straight. And then, my mom's just a couple of cats got cut up on the block. People was getting their shit stolen. So my mom's was like,
we got to
pull
go.
the Fresh Prince joint.
No, it's crazy. This is why this dude don't go to the Puerto Rican parade.
Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, that's the weakness, man. Puerto Rican women are the weakness.
Yeah.
I have to contribute that to that growing up around.
Yes, sir.
I
agree with you
I wanna
100%.
say I love my black girlfurse,
Oh, of course.
but
Of course.
Chris, but
You just spoke the real truth.
Chris got a. Now, you know what? I love you, baby. now, how did you not succumb to your environment? Like, how did you stay out of trouble?
That's really, man, on my mom's, man. I actually gotta put that on her because she worked 3 jobs. So basically, after school, it was pretty much my brother at the time was in the military, so he was overseas. My older brother, and my older sister, who she moved over to Slow Bomb area in Yonkers. Guess where Mary J. Blige is from? If people don't know. She was over in that area, but she would either come get me from school or at least come to the crib to make sure the apartment I was straight. But I had a cousin who's only 2 years older than me, man. So we would just kick it after school, stay there. We kind of got in a little bit of trouble, but at the end of the day, mom's, she was on that I'll beat you with a leather belt in the shower, crazy shit. So, that kind of really stuck. And then my pops also, don't get it twisted. My pops was definitely a big influence. My pops was more, he gave that more leeway. My pops is the type of person to where it's like, oh, you went out there, you got in trouble, you got your ass whooped, I bet you won't do it next time.
Right.
That kind of, you know what I mean? So between the two of them, man, really, I kind of stayed away from the trouble just for the simple fact of I was more like, I just didn't want my shit getting taken away. I didn't want the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo or the Genesis or that taken away. So it was like, you out here acting crazy. That's what's gonna happen. So I really just left it alone. And then also hooping, man. I was, thinking you go to the park, man. It was over. You out there playing basketball.
Oh, you was nice.
Touch football on the concrete. You know how that goes.
Damn. Y'all niggas real rough.
Yeah.
Wasn't no grass around? Wasn't a tree?
This is what is this, late 80s, early 90s, man. So, it's you really didn't, it's not, the area is not what it is. Like Mount Vernon has blown up a lot. I recently went back New Year's to see my niece because she just had a little boy. And, we went by and I went, visited, my pops passed when I was 19. So of course I went and visited the grave and kind of just went around the old spots. Mount Vernon has blown up a lot. I don't know who got some money up in there. Somebody got some money up in there. But Yonkers is still kind of the same. I ain't gonna front.
Yo, Yonkers is still Yonkers at the end of the day, B.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just stay in Mount Vernon because I'm not trying to get stabbed up.
Word. Shout out to Styles P.
Now,
now, since you was young, you was a class clown in school, right? You always like to entertain people.
Yeah, man. So I talk a lot, man. I tell people all day. It's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, man, New Yorkers, you guys don't talk to anybody." I was like, "Well, you obviously didn't come up around my block. You talk to every damn body."
Right.
So I was always that dude in class. So don't get it twisted. I got my work done, but like if I finished working, like I was that dude that would piss people off in class because I'm talking. Yo, man, hey, you watch Ninja Turtles the other day? Yo, man, you see this? Oh, yeah. Like I was that dude that was just always talking, and to the point to where my teacher started, like it says on my bio, I'm assuming you found it on my bio, but it's, teachers was like, yo, your son is very gifted, Miss Jackson, but that's my mother's maiden name, but he's very disruptive in class. He likes to talk a lot.
Nigga.
And of course I got my ass whooped because of that. But you fast forward, I think at this time I was 10, 11, 12. So, you fast forward 20, 22 years, it's okay for me to talk my ass off now.
Right, you getting paid for it, right?
Yeah. So, it's all good now. But yeah, man, I just was never that dude, never really shy around people. I'm uncomfortable with silence. That's my thing, man. If I'm sitting somewhere and it's too silent for too long, man, that shit bothers me.
Yeah. Now, how does that correlate into acting? Why not harness that energy and put you in sports or something like that? Why'd your parents choose to put you into acting or something like that?
Well, actually, it was funny because my mother was like the stereotypical moms, man, because I'm always a small frame. Don't get it twisted. I get it in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've always been a lean dude. So as far as football, my mom was like negative. Because I tried out one time and got popped, and she was like, nope.
Not my baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't nobody killing my baby.
Yeah, she was doing the whole Superman scream. Yeah, she was doing all that.
Yeah.
So basketball wasn't a problem, but then it got to a point where, I was doing the AAU and all that. And moms had lost one of her jobs, so it was like, okay, baby, we can't afford to do that. So that was out. So the only other option left was music. And the funny thing about music, which is very interesting, so people don't realize, man, in school, when you're in like middle school or like grade school, depending on where you grow up, instruments are expensive. The least expensive instrument you can actually get is drums because you don't have to have a set. The school provides that, so you just gotta go buy
Loudest
drumsticks,
instrument.
like timpani sticks. Yeah. Saxophones and trumpets and all this. That shit's expensive. So I wanted to go play sax because I was a big Simpsons head, and I was just like, all right, well, Lisa plays the sax, and that's pretty cool because it's on TV. So I'm gonna just do that shit. And I couldn't get a note out to save my life, like the worst ever, just trash. And so the band director was like, yo, just here, take these drumsticks. And
start banging on shit.
Yeah, straight up. They're like, yo, you're trash. You suck. So we'll do this. I was like, all right. And it's funny because that actually transitioned me into acting because I started playing when I was 8. And then I just got nice with it and actually wound up getting a music scholarship to go to Winston-Salem State because of that. And around the corner from Winston-Salem State is North Carolina School of Arts, which is like one of the top 10 at the time. It was one of the top 10 acting schools in the country. So I would sneak over there and kind of sneak my way into acting classes and audition for their stuff or whatever. And that's how I got into acting. So it was actually my music that transitioned me into that. Because my mother was like, "You're gonna do something with your ass. You can't just be getting in trouble all the time." So the music was like, "All right, cool, drums. That's no big deal. I don't have to buy anything. It's some sticks, whatever." And then I just actually took to it. It was crazy because I never imagined doing that. And to me, it was just like, oh, this shit seems pretty simple. Learn how to read my music, played throughout high school, did all of the bands outside of sports or whatever. And then I found out, seeing, oh shit, I can get paid to do this. Like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the scholarship. What they don't tell you though, when you go to a black school and do that, that's just like a job. Yes, you gotta be there. You can't be showing up late. You gotta do all this extra shit. I was like, oh, so it's not really giving me a scholarship. It's slave work. I'm just kind of getting paid.
Yo,
basically.
Somebody stole your whole life and made a movie. Nick Cannon owe you some money, yo. Drumline is you, my nigga.
Let me tell you something about that, yo. And it's not to put this brother on blast. Like, as a businessman, I respect him. But Nick Cannon, let me tell you something, man. He didn't even do the justice. Like Miles Teller, I respect Miles Teller because he did Whiplash. And any drummer will tell you. I played march drums, all that. He actually went and did some training for a year before he shot the movie because he didn't want to look fake. He didn't want to look like he was, not playing.
Right.
So he actually went, and jazz and Latin music are the two hardest things you could learn as a drummer because of the style of play. So he went and actually learned. That's why his shit looks so thorough when you watch the movie and drummers are like, yeah, that's legit. That's how the shit goes down. Nick Cannon didn't do a damn single thing of training. That dude, he came to our homecoming. That's the thing. When Drumline came out, because I was in college when that came out, he came and did the whole tour. So, of course, everybody that was on the drum lines, we go to watch the movie, we like, this movie's whack. That's not the real life. But, we're going to support it anyway. This dude comes like, yo, Nick, why don't you go ahead and play something? Put this dude on blast. Like, obviously, he tried to duck it. So I'm like, yo, my man, you didn't even try to learn some shit. Like, how you going to go portray it? And it's, you know what I mean? Like, anybody can spot that shit. That's like a dude going to all right, I'm going to play Michael Jordan in a movie. You can't shoot a fucking jump shot. How the hell are you going to do? I don't care how good you are as an actor. That shit is not going to fly.
Well, so, at least we know Chris is never going to be on Wild 'N Out.
Probably not. You know what? Hey, listen, shout out to everybody on there, though. It's a good show, but I probably won't be on Wild 'N Out, but it's all good. I'm not going to hate on the man. Like I said, smart businessman, but I'm kind of leaving it to that.
So you went to that North Carolina school, and the first, I guess, production you did or play you did was Chicks 101?
Yeah, man. Lavender Gill, who's a professor over there now, he did this movie called Chicks 101. It's basically about this dude. Richard Keith Harris is the lead actor. He's actually on Walking Dead now. I think he's still on. He's been on for the past 2 seasons. He was the doctor, Maggie's doctor, before they came and kidnapped his ass and took him over to the kingdom. So I think he's working on your man, the preacher now, or whatever the hell.
Okay.
Yeah. So Seth Gilliam's character, but he's the lead guy, and he basically is like a relationship expert. Like he teaches a class for guys to how to. So basically, White Hitch is pretty much what it was.
White Hitch,
but not as cool. Not as cool. Not that the movie was bad, but they approached it from like he's a college professor doing that shit, not some dating dude that you could hit up. And my homeboy at the time who was going there, he was going to be a writer, and he was dual enrolled. He was there, but he was also at Winston-Salem State just doing like business, getting his associates. And he was like, "Yo, man, my instructor is doing a thesis for his master's, and he's looking for extras. So like, yo, why don't you come through?" And I was like, man, acting is for clowns. That's just whack. That's for losers. Don't nobody want to be no actor. Because at the time, I was all about the music. And he was like, yo, there's gonna be girls there. I was like, all right, I'll see you at 6.
I'm there.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna see you at 6. So I go, and what got me, man, on some real shit was they took this spot that was completely gutted. It used to be like I don't even know, like a dollar store or something, man, there in North Carolina. And they took that shit and in like 2 weeks they made it a fully functioning club.
Damn.
For the film. And so when you walked in, you was like, yo, it was so dope. Like people was actually pulling up. Oh, it's a new spot. What time they open? Yo, what's the cover to get in? Like, nah, we're shooting a movie. Like it's not real, dog. Yeah. So I'm in there, and at the time, man, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know what age range we working with, so I'm not gonna call y'all out, but I think y'all are in the same.
Yeah, we did.
In the 30s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you know, Steve Madden's was popping.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I had got me some like silver Steve Madden high tops with like some black stripes on them. So I thought I was the shit.
Killing them. Killing them.
If you wore them shits now, you would get cursed the fuck out.
Definitely.
Like, that's just that simple. Like I was like, yo, I don't know why I was wearing that shit. But anyway, the director, Lavender Gill, caught that, and he was like, yo, you come here with the shiny shoes. Come here. He was like, I was looking like some straight Puff Daddy shit. Like, shiny suit man, for real. And he was like, yo, come up. He was like, I want you to stand right here. And this is before I knew anything about being like an extra or anything like that. I got to know shit about the industry. He was like, stand right here. And the actor's going to come by. He's going to go up to the bar. And he's going to kind of bump into you. And I want you to be like, hey, man, what the hell is your problem? And then he's just going to leave because he had just got dissed by a girl or whatever. This girl he really likes. So he come up and did it. And of course, I'm all extra with the shit. Like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? They're just like, hey, it's PG-13 kid. You know, you gotta I just want you to just say, hey, man, what's your problem? And that's it. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I mean, that's not real life though, because I'll be square up on this dude.
Exactly. Like, yo, come on, guy.
Exactly.
Almost scuffed my shinies, man.
Exactly. So, but it's crazy because that actually led me to appreciate the art more because, you know, a lot of people don't realize, man, when you're watching a movie, the reason why it takes so long to make that movie is because there's so much what they call coverage. And the cool thing about it is what you guys doing, you know, even when you guys doing the memes, like you understand, because you got to edit that shit. So you know, that takes time to put together. It's like, well, it takes twice that long to get the coverage. You know, you got to make sure all your angles are covered because otherwise when you start editing that shit, it ain't gonna make sense.
Right. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so, exactly. So cats don't realize, you know, how much effort and energy it takes into getting that 2-hour movie. You know, that 2-hour movie takes a year and a half to shoot. So, you know, it gave me so much more of an appreciation because actors having to do takes over and over, whether it's at a certain emotion or a certain physicality. And that's why when I hear people say, you know, especially when it comes to the superhero movies, man, oh, these cats is getting paid too much. I'm like, yo, first of all, some real shit. These people, when they sign these contracts, you don't realize when you sign a contract for like a Marvel film, and I haven't personally done a Marvel film as of yet, but I've worked with some actors who have been on like superhero films and shows. And you don't realize that when you sign that contract, they lock you in, you know, which is the shit that Whoopi was trying to explain to like Monique.
Yeah. Hard ass.
But when you do that, they lock you in because you got to do the press tour. Yeah. So off gate, 2 to 3 years of your life is gone from starting the movie to the end because you got to start the movie. First of all, these guys got to train, especially if you like, you know, Chris Hemsworth or Michael B. Jordan or whatever. You got to put on weight. You got to train 6 months out. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to go shoot the movie, which is going to take about a year. Then you got to do like a year of press. So, you know, all that goes into that. So it's like, that's why these cats is getting broke off, you know, 750, 800,000 all the way up to 20 million because it's like, I'm not going to see my family. I'm not going to be able to go home. I'm, you know, on the plane. And I get off, I got to get on another damn plane. It's like some of these cats don't even want to do connecting flights. It's like, yo, this motherfucker's got to go do a premiere. As soon as the premiere's done, he's got to get on a plane and fly across the damn ocean, do another premiere, and then get on a plane again and do it. So it's like, yeah, he's getting compensated for all that. Yeah. So it's a crazy, crazy thing to have to be able to do that shit over and over and sustain it at the high energy. So when the movie come out, cats will be like, oh, that movie sucked. This dude's trash. And it's like, yo, you put all this work in. And you know, people don't appreciate it, which is why another reason why I get hot with certain movies. Now, you know, I understand people fire stick, bootleg, do whatever the fuck you got to do. Like, you know, like Get Out or like Black Panther, especially for us, it's like, yo, you can't bootleg that shit because those numbers go into that because production is paying. Yo, they're paying for Michael B. Jordan's personal trainer. They're paying for these gyms to get built up. They're paying for this press tour in these hotels and all this other shit, man. So it's like if they don't recoup that money, then they're gonna go, well, yo, your film didn't make the money, so we can't fuck with you now. We can't see a Black Panther 2, or we got to get this white dude to come direct it. And now it's just like, you know, you got white people running around talking about Wakanda forever.
Well, that's already happening.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You colonizers gotta chill. Now, you being a dad and you know having this rigorous work schedule, have you mentally prepared yourself for this? Like, did you know this going in?
Somebody just slid in the DM. Who was that?
No, that was a text message. Don't worry about that. Now, but are you mentally prepared to go through that? Being that you do have a child and you may have to leave her for like maybe like a year or two because you got to go do a movie and do press and all that other stuff. Like, are you mentally prepared for that?
Honestly, man, it's nah. It's so, you know, I'm not one of these cats that where like I'm private about my stuff, but I'm also an open book if somebody asks me something, because at the end of the day, when you jump into any type of profession dealing with the entertainment industry, it's like people gonna find shit out anyway, especially with nowadays with social media. So with me, my daughter wasn't planned, and so when it happened, I immediately had to take like 2 years off from the career, basically, because it was like I didn't want, you know, my family isn't really close and tight like that. Like, you know, it ain't like we don't speak to each other, but we don't have that, you know, stereotypical familial unit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wanted to change that. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss the first words, the first tooth, the first walking, and all that. So I knew at that point, okay, I have to make a sacrifice, because up until this point, acting was my child. You know what I'm saying? That was my family. So now I actually have a child. So I had to kind of reevaluate some things, man, and put things in perspective and go, you know, the industry is always going to be there. I may miss some opportunities, but, you know, I can't get this time back with my daughter.
Right.
So, you know, doing that is tough, man, because then it makes you a better actor, but it makes you a smarter person too, because you have to be skeptical on the roles you take. So, like, if I didn't have a daughter, like on some real shit, if he was paying me enough, you know, and it was a good enough role, I wouldn't care about doing no damn Brokeback Mountain.
Come on, brother.
But that shit gonna put me over the top. Now it's like, okay, I mean, I could do like a PG version of Brokeback Mountain. You know, if I gotta kiss a dude, that's fine. But nah, I ain't getting it up the ass. That ain't. I can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be conscious of that and the stuff that she sees. Like, you know, my daughter is definitely going to watch.
My daddy an actor. That was your daddy in Brokeback.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Your dad's a bottom.
Especially daddy getting Bing Rain. Yeah, man. I can't. Yeah. So especially and that's the thing is like my daughter she's only 7. She just turned 7, she just turned 7 and she's gonna be 8 this year. And like she literally at like 6 was navigating the iPod like no problem, the iPad and all this other stuff. And I'm saying like, where did you learn that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, in school, like, because they have been working on that in the school. So I'm like, it's nothing for her to be able to pop on YouTube and go and
what daddy doing?
Yeah, exactly.
My daddy on set right now getting plugged.
My daddy in the moonlight.
She straight up asked me the other day. She said, Daddy, why you ain't on Snapchat? I was like, give me the damn phone.
Why are you on Snapchat?
Exactly.
She's like, give me the phone. I was like, nope, that's it, done. So, you know, there's certain things, like, for example, she hasn't seen Birth of a Nation or Loving yet, but she, you know, and like maybe 2, when she hits 10, I'm probably going to sit down and watch that with her, because it's like that is something to me. At the end of the day, I tell people on some real shit, like, if my career ended today, those are the 2 things that I'm very proud to say that I've done, that my daughter can watch and actually learn something from and understand this is real shit. Birth, and this is real. You know, Loving, this is something that's real, that affected, you know, how this country is. And, you know, because I took her to watch, and she does pretty good, man. I took her to watch Black Panther. She almost made it. She, you know, that little middle section where there was a lot of, you know, telling the backstory, whatever, she started nodding off a little bit. Like, you know, hey, man, she made it through like a solid hour and change. She's good. But then, you know, I had to wake her back up a little bit. But she liked it, though. She was really excited, man. You know, so it's little stuff like that to where I don't shelter her, because she also is in the biz too. She's done a couple commercials with me. So she gets the aspect and the idea of pretend. Yeah. But there's still certain things as a 7-year-old, you know, like I don't want her being exposed to or watching, because of course I want her to watch the classics. Like again, when she hits, probably like 12 or so, Coming to America on deck. School Days on deck, no problem. Like she's gonna watch the old shit. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's kind of like I don't need her going to school. She's going to first grade and she talking about yes, fuck you too. Mr. Greene, your daughter was in here and she said she was acting something. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. How was the pitch? Did she get it?
Exactly. Hey, baby, did you say it like that? Good.
Yeah, good. Gotta get the inflection in there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's tough, man. But I think at the end of the day, Roger Guenveur Smith, who a lot of people don't really recognize the name, but he's the light-skinned black dude that's like in every Spike Lee movie. Like he's always playing opposite Denzel. Like in American Gangster, he was Denzel's cousin.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was in dope actor, like fucking amazing actor, and he was on set of Birth of a Nation with us, and he schooled me. He has older kids, but he has 2 younger kids too. That he just recently had with his new wife, and he told me straight up. He said the good thing about having his new kids is he gets to go back and revisit, and correct the mistakes. He said, but in all honesty, like he does miss. He was always a good father, but he does miss those times because he was grinding, hustling. My kid had his first game or their first dance recital or whatever. He's like, that's the type of stuff as you get older, man, it does eat at you, because it's like when you hear other parents talk about it, or when your son or daughter is older and they're like, yeah, I remember my first dance recital, and you don't. Yeah. That shit hits you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, that stuff, that really sat with me. And I was like, yo, if I gotta, take an L on this audition or this role, then that's what it's going to be. And then plus, you never know what's going to be around the corner, man, because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't do or that I did turn down that opened up doors for some of the shit that I did get, which was great, because there was a project I auditioned for that wound up shooting the same time Atlanta did. And had I actually accepted that audition and booked that, I would have never been able to do Atlanta. So, shit works out, man. You just gotta be patient in the game, and then just have all your ducks in a row and know what it is you want to do, man. Not to be on the preachy shit, but you can't just be at every single opportunity, because again, it may lock you up or it may paint you in a negative light, man. Because like on some real, like honestly, I see Jordan Peele in a totally different light now. I mean, I always thought Key and Peele was funny, but I see that brother in a totally different light now. Yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad he waited and took his time to get out and didn't rush that shit and do what people told him to do and do the original ending that he was supposed to do. Yeah, I think that would have totally just destroyed the movie for sure.
Definitely. Now, you mentioned Atlanta, right? Now, the series premiere for season 2 just started, right? Yeah. Now, if nobody knows, he played the news anchor with the what was it, like the black dude that thought he was white on it? Yeah. Like, thought he was white.
Yeah, man. Now, I played Nathan Wilder, who was a correspondent. So it was episode 4, I think it was, of Atlanta, called BAN, Black American Network, and that was the one that threw because it had the fake commercials and were real. Yeah. Yeah, and so people were turning. It was so funny because that's why it's one of the most viewed ones. Aside from it being dope, and I ain't saying that because I'm in it. I mean, and stuff. But people were like, I turned because I saw the Dodge commercials. I was like, oh, I'm gonna turn and come back. And then people was like going on Twitter like, yo, that shit was funny, and what I missed. Yo, it's like I thought that was a commercial, so it was going back and having stuff, and it's just, it was just a good experience, man. But that kid Niles, I think that was his first acting gig. Like he had done stuff on Vine and Instagram, but he had done
I remember him.
And shit was just hilarious, man, to see him on set in them damn pants and that belt.
Yo, how many
balances that wig? Like it was so, people don't realize it was so hard not to laugh. And Donald likes to keep the camera on people because he comes from that background,
comedy stuff,
background. So a lot of that shit, and this is kind of a lot of people don't know this. But it's a little inside track for you because I've said this before. So if you watching that scene, there's a GIF. That's what I knew I made it. I was like, that GIF of me and Niles nodding at each other. So Donald was supposed to call cut, but he didn't. He let the camera roll. And him and I just sitting there nodding and nodding and nodding. And that shit got to the point where if you watch closely, you see him start his lip
start to quiver.
So when I say absolutely, that wasn't scripted. When I say absolutely, I did that shit because I was about to lose it. And that's what it cut. If he would have let it roll for 2 more seconds, you would have saw everybody on there laughing, like, because he did it on purpose to see how long we would go. And I was like, hey man, I'm about to lose it, dog. I gotta do something. So that absolutely was for me. I was like, yo, all right, I'm done. I can't, man.
Now, do you pop up in season 2 at all, or you can't say?
No, man, I don't pop up in season 2, and not because I actually talked to. So I have Donald's like low key, man. So you don't really. He kind of stays to his own, which is cool, man. He's like, it's not no bougie shit. He's that dude. Like he goes to work, he does his thing. And he goes and takes care of, he's got a newborn, and he goes and takes care of that and does the family thing. But his brother Steven and his dad, I talk to them, through social media and text, every so often. And they got so much going on. And initially, when I talked to Steven, he was like, yo, we're going to bring that segment back and bring you back. And then, because a lot of things go into it, man, is even though it's your thing, like the networks want to see certain things and all that. So a lot of people showed it, like, Cat Williams was on the first episode that just premiered. So that that elevated the game because everybody wanted to be a part of it. So this season they were like, we're just going to try to introduce a whole bunch of new stuff. So he was like, yeah, man, we're probably not going to bring that segment back. But it's all good because, I mean, the cool thing about them is they're like, yo, this show is going to be around for a minute. And we're going to keep opening up new things. So don't get it twisted. Like, yeah, we'll see you again for sure. It's just we wanted to open up the world a little bit more this season to kind of explain, kind of how Earn got in his situation and then what's happening with Paperboy and yada yada yada. But in all honesty, man, that opened up a lot of doors for me, man. So I'm not even complaining, and that brought a different fan base because every once in a while, it's not often, but every once in a while, man.
Fan base, he means new pussy.
Yeah, that too. DM be blowing up, No, it's you'll go out somewhere and somebody will look and they'll be, and that's the thing. And let me put this out there because I know you guys got a shit ton of followers, man. So everybody can.
Oh, that's just Bobby.
Just Bobby.
I'm at like 600. Bobby at like 1,000. That's just him.
I got two.
Yeah,
one of them, my mama.
Bobby he got basketball NBA players and shit.
Exactly.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Just talk about that.
Yeah, superstar or whatever.
Yeah.
So, just so people know, man, when you guys go out somewhere and you see somebody, whether it's a musician, an NBA player, it's a celebrity to you. When you see somebody, don't stare.
Just go talk to
over there and say, excuse me, are you such and such? Now, some people might be an asshole, then you know not to fuck with them. Most of them are not going to be, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm so-and-so. And don't roll up on them. Like, treat them like you would treat, like, if I'm sitting there in the bathroom taking a piss, don't run up on me. Like, you do want somebody to run up on you, bang on the store. Yeah, I know you're taking a shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, be common sense about it. Well, excuse me, are you such? Oh my goodness, I'm a fan, or hey, that show is funny, or whatever. You'd be amazed. 9 times out of 10, they'll shake your hand at the least. They may take a picture with you. They probably won't sign anything because most people don't do that.
Yeah.
But
like, yo, my nigga loved you and shooter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, come on, man, just say hello to people. But that stare is what makes it awkward because you looking, we don't think about that, man. And honestly, like the down to earth ones, like the fucking celebrities, the high, nose in the air, like them cats be all about that. But normal people, that's like, yo, this is just my job. People enjoy it. All right, straight. We don't be thinking about that. We looking like, what the fuck is this person staring at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some food in my mouth or what?
Yeah, like, fuck you want to roll up?
Just say what's up. That's all you got.
Just say what's up. Now, what's your dream role? What role do you want to play out of anything?
Man, so many, man. It's different aspects, man. I say from the track. I mean, I don't really look anything like him, obviously, but I mean, I would bulk up and just to see it because he light skinned, he light skinned. But from a sport aspect, I would love to play either Arthur Ashe or Maurice Greene. Track, because I ran track, so it was like, watching that dude, he dominated in the 90s, so it was like, all right, cool. And then Arthur Ashe, but from a personal, like, and it's still sport based, but just from, a lot of people don't know I bowl, because that's how I paid for some of college. I actually linked up with a cat who was pro, and he taught me how to bowl, and he was like, yo, you can make some decent side money off this shit if you're not gonna get into
bowling.
You do. Listen, man, cats sleep on that shit. Some of these cats, you go to some of these tournaments, man, especially if you go into like some of the bigger cities, you pay. I'll give you a good example. This was back in obviously early 2000s, man. We went to a tournament in North Carolina, man, and that shit cost me to get into everything. It was like $600. That was hotel and everything. I was like, damn, all right, cool, man. I'm just gonna blow my ass off or whatever. And I wound up getting eliminated before they made the cuts for the first round of one block of tournament. And I was like, okay, that was that little amateur one.
Right.
And then my sponsor was like, yo, I'm gonna pay for you to get the guy that taught me, I'm gonna pay for you to get in this one, but this is harder, but I'm gonna need you to fucking focus.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, focused, did my thing, and it was like, top 5 spots were paid out. So my sponsor placed first, his homeboy placed second, and I placed fourth. And I'm sitting here like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make like $1,000 or whatever. Nah, dog. First place and that shit. My sponsor walked away with 10 G's. His homeboy walked away with 75, and I left out with like 5,000.
Damn.
Bowling.
And all I paid was $600 to go do that.
I'm about to start
You know what
bowling.
I'm about to start. Yo,
Dude,
I'm about to go to
you
lanes
realize,
right
like,
after
bowlers,
this.
Yeah, bowlers is like especially now because they've gotten better sponsorship, man. If you watch the PBA, which is like the professional bowling tour, they're doing on Sundays. They got certain tournaments when them cats is walking out of there with like $2 or $3 million. So
I'm gonna start bowling.
so it's like, yeah, man, it's legit shit. But there's a George Barnum III was like the first black bowler to actually get like national respect and acclaim and win some titles and open the door for other black bowlers, because bowling was one of them sports like hockey, like, nah, we ain't gonna let y'all niggas in here. And he went in and, he went in and kind of dominated, man. He had an orthodox style. His shit wasn't like what it should normally be, but he was in there dominating in this kind. He caught a lot of flack coming up in the circuit, man, a lot of cats, because bowling is primarily, it's either up north, it's up there, like New York and Connecticut and there, or Jersey, and then it's real south and middle, or, but it's not really, like Midwest schools have a decent one, but like out west, it's not really a huge thing as far as like the schools and stuff. So a lot of times in the areas where it is, some of the schools that have it, they either have all females or the team is, prominently white. Mm-hmm. So, I would love to see that story kind of come out and be out there. But other than that, man, it's really just kind of those 3 guys, because they kind of stuck with me, and I followed them. And I was never into tennis, but I was always intrigued with Arthur Ashe and like the stuff he was able to do. But yeah, man, I don't really think of anything else. Like, I would say Obama, but it's like it's been done like 5 times.
That's right.
All right, I don't want to touch base on that. It's kind of it, man. I don't really think of, any role that's just gonna be solid. Like, I'm thinking about Marvel Universe. There's no light skin. That's the thing that makes me mad. There ain't no light skinned superheroes, man. This shit pisses me off. Like, it's either white dudes or chocolate dudes. Like, you trying to tell me ain't no light skinned superhero? Like, come on, man. Like, let's keep it 100. Like, there's got to be some light skinned dude out there that got.
Damn, I'm really trying to think.
I'm trying to think too.
I'm like, is it?
Like, oh man,
that's what I'm saying. Like, there really is not. I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, I know you guys would know, especially Bobby. I know he going to like.
I'm like.
Who else light skin with superpowers?
Yeah, nobody light skin with superpowers. That's crazy.
Sorry, man. It's
like
colorism, man.
One of my homeboys brought it up to me a while back. He was like, because he's chocolate ass motherfucker, and he all ripped up and shit. He was like, hey man, I was just thinking about it. There's only 2 superheroes that you theoretically could play, and that's because there's different renditions of them in the comics. And that was what's his name? Is it Barry? The Black Green Lantern dude.
John Stewart.
John Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah, John Stewart, which there's been different. He was kind of light skinned.
He was black as hell.
Yeah, exactly. They have to lighten him up a little bit. And John Henry Irons, after Superman died, Man of Steel.
Oh, still.
Oh yeah.
Like those will be the only 2, and I was just like, that's some bullshit.
Well,
That's some bullshit. DC is 2 dudes, and they would have to lighten one of them up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of some bullshit.
Please do Steel so we can forget about Shaq.
Yo,
dude, oh my god.
yo, y'all gonna put some respect on Shaq's name, B. All right.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry, man, but that shit was.
Yes.
Made out of.
When I come over here, I'm like, I got the Superman tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
At least it wasn't
playing.
Kazam.
Shaq still got homes in Florida.
Shaq, catch your ass. Heard you do the pressure on me.
Hey, Chris Greene, I know you're talking shit.
What I'm saying? My only hope would be to run, because I know he's slow as hell. It might be a problem.
Now, my last thing, because we gotta wrap up in a second. Now, Superman. We were just talking about some superheroes. So you keep a Superman emblem on you while you're filming? What is that about?
Yeah, man. So the thing about that is, I actually have 2 I have the symbol, a custom symbol on each tricep, man. The thing about that was, my mom's So she, back in the day, like way back in the day, and a lot of people don't know this about Christopher Reeve, but he used to be on the soap operas. So you know, soap operas back in the day in the '80s, man, that was shit. You come in there, interrupt your mama watching a soap opera, you
Get your ass beat.
whooped. And he was on, I don't know if it was Guiding Light. It was one of the original ones, but he on there. And my mother had this thing of like, you know, she was just, and I heard that actually is funny because I would hear older women say that when I've done other interviews. Oh yeah, Christopher Reeve was handsome back in the day. You know, it's like, so he was that Brad Pitt, I guess, of back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the cute white boy is now, whatever. You know, so she was a huge fan of that. So when he first got the Superman role, of course, she was all excited about it. And so when Superman, I think it was two, I think 2 was in the theaters in the early 80s. She was pregnant with me. And she went to go watch the movie, and apparently I decided to interrupt the movie. So, you know, she had to miss the movie, of course, and she was a little upset about that, apparently. So, you know, when it obviously came time to name it, it was like, well, what do you want to do? And my pops wanted me to be a third. So my pops was Robert Louis Greene Sr., and then my brother is a junior. So he wanted me to be a third, which I'm glad that didn't quite work out.
Right.
It sounds weird to me. You know, no disrespect to my pops. I'm pretty sure he's going to curse me out later. That's out. But my mom's was like, we're going to call him Christopher. And she was like, what? She was like, I'm going to name him after Christopher Reeve because he made me miss the movie or whatever. So blah, blah, blah. So I was named, my first name comes from Christopher Reeve. So that was a running gag with my mom, my family. Like, you know, obviously my little nickname would be Superman, you know, because I was always running around jumping off of shit and like any kid, tying the cape around your neck, yada, yada, yada. And then how the name actually stuck was there was a span from, I'd say, my junior year, really, in high school, all the way up to like my junior year in college. For some fucking reason, every time I was in the car, whether I was driving or not, let's make that very clear. Driving or not, I was always getting in a fucking car accident. It's like a magnet to me. Like, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, T-bone. I'm driving, you know, fucking black ice or something. You know, my car's spinning around, you know, 360 degrees. I'm in a ditch or some shit.
Right.
And it's crazy because the worst that's ever happened, like, out of all that, like, I've even had cops tell me, like, bro, I don't know how you are walking around right now. I got into, and due to inclement weather, I wasn't speeding or nothing. It was just, I was in North Carolina at the time, and you know, just snowing and just crazy and shit. And I had a Jeep at the time, and my shit spun out, and it was a 5-speed. I was able to get control, but it was either hit head-on traffic or hit a guardrail. Damn. So naturally, it was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just take this L out of the way. I'm gonna hit this guardrail.
Hit this guardrail, yeah.
And I hit it. I didn't realize that I had somebody in the car with me. And dude, like, you know, and I'll try to keep it short because I know we got to wrap up. But dude had like, I just seen the dude take his shirt off. I was like, hey, bro, I ain't with that shit.
I ain't with that broke back shit, man.
Like, I know you a coworker and shit, but I ain't with that. But he took his shirt off and he just wrapped that shit around my head. He was like, yo, don't move. And all of a sudden, I just got this warm feeling on my face. And what had happened was somehow I didn't hit my head on the windshield, but I saw it later when they brought the car. We had hit with such impact, I didn't realize that I had hit my head on the corner of the rearview mirror. Damn. So it had split my, you know, split the top of my head. And you could actually, that's why when I do a lot of press photos, if you notice, I either keep my hair really cut close or I kind of tilt up a little bit because I have a little spot. It's not a bald spot, but it's like you can tell where I have a scar there.
Yeah.
And so I got to the hospital, and the doctor was like, you know, my mom's rushed in there or whatever because which is a story for another time. She had a feeling, so you know how that shit goes. So she came to the hospital. She's like, so I knew something was wrong, whatever. And the doctor was like, all right, man, so we're going to patch you up. So, of course, I'm all like, yeah, shit, I'm getting stitches. This is the first time ever. And actually, I didn't even feel hurt or anything. Like, I've never, you know, knock on wood, been in a car accident where, like, anything serious. Like, I've always walked away from that shit. Like, they coming and looking like the car looks like a fucking crushed cannon. Like, how are you walking around? And he was like, yo, we're going to patch you up. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. And he was like, I was like, what color stitches you want or whatever? And I was like, you know, saying all that. He was like, stitches. He's like, you serious? Like, yeah. He's like, my dude, you getting staples, bro. I was like, what? And he took, like, if you just imagine your finger, your pointer finger, almost to that first line, he stuck that much of his finger in my head.
Oh, wow.
Damn. He was just like, your shit split to the white meat, homie. I was like,
damn.
And he was like, "You don't feel that?" Like, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm good." So in college,
He poke your head.
because of
I
that-
forgot math.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in college, especially after I had the Staples, people started going around calling me, "Oh yeah, you must be Man of Steel for real because you don't be getting scarred up or nothing." So the Superman thing kind of stuck from the family thing all the way up through school. Like my homeboys just started like, "Yo, this motherfucker, man, he." And so I was like, "Don't say that shit, because some dude gonna try to rob me. Oh, you Superman? He gonna bust like 20 caps in my ass, thinking I'm
Stop
gonna dodge
this.
bullets or some shit."
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's just kind of how that stuck, and it became like athletes, they don't change. Some of them don't change their socks or whatever. Shit became that kind of thing when I would go to an audition.
Yeah.
And I would have it with me. I would usually do good or like get the role or something. And those times, and that's all in your head, of course. But those times I would go without it. Like my audition would suck, or I feel like weird about the shit. So I just got to a point where I was like, let me keep something on me. It's kind of my good luck charm or whatever the case. So yeah, that's usually how that is. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go get the tattoos so that way I permanently have it. Which has got me in a little bit of trouble, man. I'll go on production and they'll see that shit. They're like, man, fuck. Send it back to the makeup show because it's even though it's custom, they can still get in trouble for copyright issues.
Yeah.
Recognize it. So yeah, especially that's probably why my ass ain't booked Black Panther.
It's like,
Superman nigga.
Superman,
We'll give you a call. We'll call you. All right.
Yeah. We'll call you.
Yeah.
Call us.
Go see about that Steel movie.
No, he's a decent lover.
Hey man, shit, I'm definitely down. I'm trying to hit the gym now, get my little size up because cats like Michael B. Jordan making that shit impossible.
Fucking
Motherfucker
niggas.
took his shirt off at the theater, man. I thought the seats was getting wet next to him.
Dog.
Y'all felt the moisture in the air.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sitting here like, damn, man, I can't even, I'm trying to support this movie. And you got all these brothers walking around with their damn shirts off and shit, man. I'm about to be.
I burned a hole in my girl head. I was like, look at him. I swear, look at him. Go ahead. Keep looking. Well, Chris, thank you for coming on our show and talking to us. Shout out anything you got coming up with your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, man. So usually Twitter is where I'm heavy at, man. So it's it's Chris Greene. Make sure you put the E on the end. And I'm usually heavy on Twitter. I just don't fuck with Instagram too much because they ain't verified your boy yet. So
Don't worry, you got them niggas know. Ask Bobby. Yo. Like, yo.
Bobby knows somebody.
Yeah, Bobby knows somebody.
yeah, well, I'm surprised he ain't verified yet. Like, what's going on with
Man,
that?
they don't want me to win.
They be blocking your videos and all.
Hell yeah, man.
Instagram is the same thing. It's Chris Greene. The Facebook is actor Chris Greene, the page. But the thing about that is, that's like a link farm, man. I don't really be on Facebook like that because of all the bullshit and politics. So I mean, you could holler at your boy and I'll hit you back. But if you want to, I'm not one of these dudes that don't talk to people. If you want to holler at me, just Instagram or Twitter is a spot. So yeah, as far as work coming up, the next thing that's coming out, I believe, there's a new show. It's Shonda Rhimes' last show she did before she got a Netflix deal for ABC. And it's called For the People. And it's about a bunch of younger lawyers in the New York City system and whatever. And I'm in an episode of that, and that's coming up, I think, in like 2 or 3 weeks. But it premieres March 13th, but I'm in like episode 3 or 4 of that. And I play Jasmine Savoy Brown's older brother. So I'll be back on that series for sure. But it's a new series. So, of course, they got to get all the main characters introduced first. And they got to do that. But and shout out to Jasmine because she's dope, man. She's a phenomenal actress, man. And I think Leftovers was like her thing that people knew her from. But Sweetheart, man, and she's doing her thing. She's going to be doing a lot of big shit. But that's the next thing. And then after that, I have the next season of Shooter that comes up. I'll be on that.
This nigga working.
Yeah, trying to get it in, man. That's the way to do. So, gotta make it happen. And yeah, man, guys, keep doing your shit, man. And having these, like, I like the rawness. Like, keep it 100, man, because y'all say shit
We
that
were
a lot
just
of people don't want to say.
talking about that, man.
Yeah, y'all say shit that people don't want to say, man. And I get in trouble for it, so I gotta watch my mouth, man. That's why I kind of took a little hike.
Nah, we talking, man. Nah.
Let me fall back, man, because these casting directors be catching feelings about that shit, and I'm like, let me stop. Let me not say anything, but I damn sure will retweet or repost something.
Yeah,
my thoughts exactly.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah,
we got to talk to you again soon, all right?
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, real quick. Hey, man, I'm putting you on blast right now, Bobby. Next time you put up a damn meme, you better find a clip of me doing some funny shit.
I I got you,
you
man. I
already
got you.
you already got me dying with the Atlanta, the wolf from Atlanta. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right,
I got you.
yeah, make sure that way I can brag about that.
Yeah, gotta
Like,
get your
yo,
shit up, man.
I'm the shit.
How you got more followers than him, my nigga? What the
I don't
fuck?
know.
I ain't
Damn,
fucking with you,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Because, hey, listen. I'm telling y'all, I don't like. I'm still getting accustomed to this Instagram shit because I'm not big on posting pictures and shit of myself.
Start
So I gotta
doing
find
stories.
Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
doing stories.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. You be on the stories heavy.
You know why I do
Exactly.
stories? You know why I do
guess gotta
stories?
do that, man, because I don't be having shit like I'm not gonna post it. And it's funny, I won't post a picture of like I'll post a picture of me at an event or some shit, and it's like, all right, whatever, no big deal. Then I'll post a picture of me and my daughter. That shit get like 1 million likes. I don't understand.
Everybody love the
Don't
kids, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they're like, of course they love kids. They don't want to deal with me. But yeah, I'm gonna try the story thing, man. So I'm gonna try that out and see what's going on because I'll be looking. I'll be like, yo, this dude got like 1 million damn followers, man, and he's like, the memes are funny, but it's like, he only be on the stories all the time. Like,
This motherfucker ain't nobody. Bobby ain't shit.
Hey, man, you gotta do both.
hey, don't let him talk shit about you.
All right, man. Yo, we'll talk to you.
All right, fellas, take it easy, man. Peace.
And that was actor Chris Greene. Nothing but illustrious guests on Three Ninjas Podcast. We got anything else to talk about?
Do we?
Or should we just do our picks? I mean, I could call this other dude. He got a real controversial thing that happened to him last week. Did y'all happen to see this picture?
Uh-oh, show me some pictures.
Let
Better
me
not be
see.
Safari.
No, yeah, you gotta relax.
No, you got relaxed.
Did you ever see that picture of it was like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X playing dice?
Oh, the thing with Charlemagne in it, and then
Wait, he drew it?
Yeah,
Oh,
this shit.
why you draw that? Though?
Yeah.
Now that's the dude that do all my artwork.
It is?
Yeah, that's the dude that do my artwork for
Oh.
like the domino effect and all that shit. And I was gonna give him a call, see if he wants to talk about that.
Why he do this though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
Wilson.
about to find out.
Why he do this during Black History Month?
That's what we about to find out. All right, so Three Ninjas Podcast, Domino, Hess Jones, Bobby. And on the phone right now, we got another guest right now. This brother here, he does all my artwork for like the domino effect and for a couple other programs that I'm doing. So I got the foresight. This nigga been dope since he been dope, right? But last week, he got into a little, got like the internet went kind of crazy when he posted this picture that he did of like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X shooting dice with Barack in there, smoking a joint, got a little Hennessy out there. I don't think too many people liked it. A lot of people loved it. I don't think, there was a lot of motherfuckers that didn't like it. So we got Justin Richburg on the phone. Just, how you doing, boy?
I'm chilling.
Now, what is your fucking problem? What made you draw this picture and put who you put in it and doing what they doing? What's your thought process when doing something like this?
Nothing really. I just drew my favorite people doing hood shit.
Yo,
Yeah, that's my new favorite answer.
I love that shit. Now, you do these type of portraits all the time. Now, why you think this one got so much attention?
Because it's I guess because got Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Obama in there, and that's like those are like figures like you're not supposed to like play with in the black community. That's like with how it is with the Muslim community when it comes to I forget his name, but
Muhammad.
how
You can't draw Muhammad.
yeah, like how they're like try to kill you and things like that. It's basically like that. So I don't think nobody like will shoot me over it. I don't think so.
You live in Philly. You can't do that shit.
He's like, I'll shoot back.
He might, I don't know. Now, when you start to draw, do you go in these with like an idea or a theme, or you just let your hands start moving and then whatever come out?
It normally be themes just like with that. But what inspired that was because I thought they would have it like in the Complex magazine. When Complex reached out to me to interview me, they cut like the real reason why I drew it. I drew it because I don't know, like this, like I reposted like an old drawing I did of like a school shooter ball. And before I had the color of as a black kid, and like how like niggas are like they saying like a black person would never do nothing like that. But it don't matter the color. If somebody gets pushed to the edge, they're liable to do anything. So I changed it to a white boy to see if it get a different response, and it basically got the same response. And people assumed that it was just a light skinned black or like Hispanic because of the background. People focus on the background, people that was baking him.
Mm.
So, because of that, they assumed that this was a person, a light-skinned person from the hood. And, that kind of, it pissed me off because, like, with stuff like that, people, like, would take it the wrong way. So, mainly the reason why I made that picture was because, since they want to take it the wrong way, I'll give them something they can actually complain about.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a reason to bitch.
So
that's the real reason why I made it, because I got angry.
So I got mad. So he's like, I'm gonna just have my
Now,
look too
being
wild.
that you did this out of anger, were you surprised at the backlash of it though?
No.
You just didn't give a fuck. It was just like, hey, I'm putting this out there. If y'all like it, y'all like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause I never really, I cared before, like a few years about doing this stuff, but I recently, quit my job, like to control myself instead of just taking this like half-ass. I'm like, I might as well, take this all the way seriously. And,
Put your full ass
take
in
all.
it.
So if you're gonna take it all the way seriously, you gotta make stuff like that will get people talking. Negativity spread quicker than positivity.
Word.
And just like when Charlemagne like reposted about it, I was hyped. It wasn't the first time he shared something of mine, but when I read it, it kind of like dampened my mood because what the type of person he is, I thought that I'm saying that he would find that funny. But it kind of bothered me when it like got like that type of negative response. I'm happy I got like more following from it, but it kind of dampened my mood.
Yeah, because, Charlemagne said something, Earl Sweatshirt said something, Boss Nod said something. Like, you had the whole internet in the frizzy. It was like, who the fuck is this nigga? I'm about to hit this nigga. I'm about to hurt this nigga. And the other half of the internet was like, yo, this some creative shit. I'd have never thought to put Kevin Hart and Black Panther in the same fucking picture. I'd have never thought to have Malcolm X, shooting dice with Martin Luther with Barack with a joint with Michelle right there. Like, go ahead, baby.
I mean, that's a cigarette in his mouth.
Oh, you don't.
I'll advocate the drug use.
I'm making like one more. I was trying to have like a third one up before the end of Black History Month, but I got caught up in like other clients' work. So, this one probably going to get like the worst response once it's like fully done. I'm just focusing on the main three: Barack, Martin, and Malcolm.
Now, with this last one, do you aim to piss people off, or this is like just an idea you had? Like, well, fuck it, this is what I thought of.
I mean, it's just like the idea of the first one. I mean, like, it was just, I already know it's going to piss people off. It might be worse.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it is what it is. It's not, bad. People just need to lighten up. It's art. It's the same thing as music.
Right. Now, do you have a date when you think this is gonna be done and when you dropping it?
No, I'm doing other stuff right now, to capitalize on, the recent like people that started following me, making stuff like for them. Like for some reason feminist black women popped out again, like to try like torch me online by showing like recent pictures talking about I hate black women, which isn't the case.
Nigga, that's most of your pictures.
Nah, they're just the recent ones. I do different topics. Like if it look like that, it's not like the case. It's just the mood that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in like a certain mood, you get certain drawings. Like if my dick hard, then you get like sexual drawings. If like I'm like really into sports at that moment, you get more sports things. If I'm in like the topics, you get more topic drawings. But like a lot of topic drawings I've been doing of late has been from the guy perspective, and because society don't have no sympathy for black men, so a lot of stuff that's been doing with black men, women been popping out thinking and saying, oh well, why you putting women to bad light? Like no, I made versions of men in bad lights, and now I'm doing it for guys. Like what was the thing that people still trying to trash me for on Twitter? It's the one where a guy like if you go on my page and look, it's like if a girl that's on the phone, she's like, "Oh wow," and guys in the bed saying, "What is it?" She said, "My
X just killed himself. That one?
yeah, yeah, that was from suicide. I went through like a bad like breakup. I never, I don't have like no suicide intentions, but you get caught up on somebody if it's like your first love, you get caught up on that person.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I put in perspective with like, because people put themselves over love off loss of a loved one. And people are in their own world. They don't think that stuff like that happens. And on Twitter, they try to like flame me about this with the same thing with the dice game, John.
Yo, this nigga. Like, I just want you to keep doing your thing. Fuck what everybody gotta say. I know you're not gonna stop drawing what you draw and doing what you do. Now, I just want to know from this shit that happened last week, how many followers did you gain off of that just one picture?
After you got upset with me because I forgot about your DM at first.
Yeah, nigga, because I was like, yo, you know me, brother. Come on, I
And
done paid you some money.
You really showed your female side on that. I want to get back to you.
Nah, nigga, you need to answer my shit right now.
All these emails first.
I didn't know you had that many.
Yeah, it's a fucking lot. Because, like it took me from, I started at 8:30, and it took me 12:20 to finish all the emails. So, I got, I was at 47 something, and then like right now I'm at 61K.
Fuck. Yeah.
But stuff like that, you only get followings from things like that. Like when somebody like famous or whatever, like really feel a type of way about something, and they post it, it makes it for people like, oh wow, I need to like follow this person. You'll get the shit talkers, but you more so get more the people that's like, curious. Because it was like the same way, like when I got my first shout out from like a celebrity, it was like from Wale. And he put like something like emphasize that y'all need to watch them. And that's when I first got like my first 10K. That was like 4 years ago. So it all depends on like how people like talk about you in the comment. It's one thing like to repost something, but when you get like a reaction somebody, like it makes people more intrigued about you.
Now, did you get any death threats in those messages?
Anybody call you gay?
No, nobody called me. Nobody called me no how you doing, nigga. More so, like I said, people like, why would you put our black leaders in that light? You know how people look at us in a certain light. And, 'cause I'm immature, so when I get things like that, 'cause, I'm used to getting stuff like that sometimes. So I'll just like give them the laughing emoji face and things like that. The only for real time I got like death threats is from like photographers. That's what photographers for real got egos. I think a lot of photographers are mentally challenged because the only reason I say this is because
respect the shooter, nigga.
No, this real shit because like, all right, so like sometimes like when I do like drawings like women and things like that, when I'm just bored and I've got nothing else to do, I see like a picture a photographer took, I just redraw it and just that. Like how like we all do like when we live. We see like a picture in the magazine, we just redraw it. Except, like the way photographers take it is if you like just stealing their shit. Which is retarded. That's like, and what can I say? And I knew he was serious about it because he was like, where are you in New York? We need to meet up and have a little conversation. And like he was really talking about, I want to like really like rip life by you and all that. The only reason I took it seriously because when I got like my friend of mine to go to his page because his page is private. She a girl, so niggas like will automatically open up for a girl, and he said that he was a retired police officer. I'm like, yeah, that nigga crazy. He'll definitely try to shoot me.
Yeah, you definitely black. You definitely fit the criteria for a nigga to get shot by a cop.
True.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious though.
This nigga, yo.
Yo.
All right, Just, man, I just want to talk to you about this shit real quick. Anything you want to say to any haters, anybody that got to say some shit out there about what you drawing, anything you doing?
Fuck bitches, get money.
Word.
Got you, my nigga. Next time, answer my fucking DM in a timely fashion, all right? Love you.
All right.
All right, man.
All right.
And that was Justin Richburg.
So graphic. Man, work.
I think we got an okay show today. What's y'all picks, man? What do you want the people to watch, see, play, whatever the case may be? What's y'all picks for the week?
Let me see. Watch Atlanta.
Damn it.
Hey, I knew you were gonna say it. We all should say it.
Nah,
Nah,
if y'all niggas gonna say it, I'm saying something else.
I got something though.
What you got?
Watch Black Lightning.
Black Knight. Yeah.
Watch it.
Black Lightning pretty good. Shout out to Scooter.
Scooter.
Word.
Watch white people get electrocuted.
It's not only white. Dog. He's albino.
He didn't get electrocuted yet.
He will though.
Nah, he won't.
My pick for this week is going to be play Monster Hunter, yo.
Oh yes.
Why do I keep hearing about
Because this game is lit.
I've been on that shit kind of heavy. I've been slacking like the past week or
Yeah,
so.
me
But
too.
that game kind
It's
of
the firewater.
That game lit, b. You need to get on that, Bobby.
About to kill me at Azarath now, or whatever, Angrath, whatever the hell they is right now.
I don't even know what it is, but I just been killing shit. Like I just
Fur
been,
Rex, the T-Rex with the fur on his back.
Oh, I don't know
Kill
what
one of
that is,
those.
but I just be killing shit that they tell me to. Be like, yo, kill it. All right, cool.
Marked it.
By myself.
Marked it. It's fun with people too if you can get people to
Yeah,
play.
you can get friends. Hesh, you gonna be on my team, yo?
Nah, I don't play.
All right, cool.
Nah,
so
I'll play.
So that's the end of the show. We good?
Mm-hmm.
I think we made some magic today, dog.
All right. So Domino, Bobby, Hesh,
Yep.
Ninja Vanish.
Woo!
We out of here.
Yo!